So, boo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo.
Says he can't talk, he's in jail.
Oh, he's in jail. Okay, that's good.
Where he belongs. At least in there he can't be hacked.
You'd be surprised.
He's still going to cause trouble.
At least in there he can't roll fumbles that affect us. Take him away, Killian.
Nope.
Boo-ba-doo-ba-doo. Let's see.
That's the real reason Killian went to the precinct.
Let's not post it in Pureblood's text channel because I'm sure they would not be happy. And General Order Discordia. Paste. So hello and welcome to my weekly campaign of Dark Heresy 2nd Edition. This is Burning Systems Suicide Cell. Joined with me is some people. The first is Greg.
Hello.
Who is playing Killian. Next is Harrison, who's broken his voice. He's playing Sixes, which is a tech priest, which should probably be broken.
He's playing Hacked.
The person who decided to talk is Serene.
Who's playing Batman.
Also known as Zero. I also have Raz.
Hey.
Who's playing
Cade.
Kane.
Cade,
whatever. And I also have Spartan.
Blorg is strong.
That's all you need to know. He's no green.
Yeah. He's that muscle that every group has to have because the rest of the group is just so shit at their job.
So, last session, you did some stuff. You managed to annoy all the arbiters in the planet.
Hey, they didn't see shit. They didn't see my face. They might have saw Leroy's, but they didn't see mine.
Earlier grey in future. I've seen
Leroy's
that.
my boy. I gotta protect him, but I ain't throwing myself to the wolves for him. That's all I gotta say.
I've seen that one too, Spartan, and I will try to avoid it.
What went to me? What?
He's talking about the
seen-
video.
I've seen that one, and I try to avoid it.
Oh, okay.
Yes, so,
I was just trying to feed my family.
we'll start with Zero and Leroy getting back to the manor just fine. Unfortunately, Leroy can't actually open the front door, so he's stuck outside for the moment. Cause
I just climb in a window.
Yeah, you just climb in the window. He can't reach up, so he's like, kind of stuck. Which explains why he's not here.
I imagine there's a security guard outside. They could just unlock the door for him.
Yeah,
I
probably.
tried the door, it was locked, so I just went through the window.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Oh no, there's only
And then
servitors outside. There's no security guards outside.
And then you got shot.
And then you got shot. Anyway, so yeah, what do you guys want to do? I believe you had some stuff you wanted to look over.
Yeah, I'm gonna snatch the sample from Leroy that we got from the mansion, and anything else that we got.
You climb
we also
outside, you
have-
steal all the stuff, coming back inside.
Yeah, I hand over the personal cogitator that I secured as, what was it, evidence?
Mm-hmm.
Nice, you actually got this damn thing? I just chucked it out the window because I didn't know what to do with it.
Yeah, in the confusion after your stealthy approach, I managed to fetch it as an evidence
Yeah,
of
that
your intrusion.
was my bad. I didn't notice they had a security measure. Lying my ass off on that one, but gotta cover for my boy.
Yeah.
Oh look, it's Jamex. He is in chat.
Yeah.
He's inserting. He's memeing by saying insert memes here.
Hmm?
So
Instant memes.
shush. Anyway, so yeah, you've got the cogitator, you've got the bugs. What do you wish to do?
That is indeed
I
something
would
for our
imagine-
tech priests to do.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I imagine we have to have Harrison kind of inspect it, but since he's kind of AWOL.
You do have a
Yeah.
second tech priest.
Yeah.
I'm
We-
also
we
too
have-
tech savvy, so I can do it.
We have 1.5 extra tech priests.
Hey, I'll have you know, I count as a fucking tech priest at this point, seeing Harrison's levels of tech priestery.
I'm pretty sure a dead hamster could probably be classed as a tech priest.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Blorg is a little bit more intelligent than
You are
Harrison at
not
this
an
moment.
official tech priest, so...
Hey, what's this
I would-
official shit?
I will be when I rip the badge off of Harrison's dead corpse.
After he kills himself.
Yeah.
He'll
Anyway,
go brain dead eventually.
You should stop bullying Harrison, he's actually listening in.
I know. That's why I'm doing it.
Harrison, I got dibs on your badge.
Hmm.
He doesn't have a badge.
It's
I
Blorg.
call dibs on
That
your
is something like a tech priest badge, yeah.
So,
call dibs on Harrison's cybernetics.
so, Zero,
Yes,
are you going to look over the evidence you've collected?
of course.
I
Okay.
will assist him in tech use.
I kind of need to know what you're looking at first.
I will be looking at the sample that we got because that's already been like a few days sitting, so we don't want to waste any more time on that.
Okay, that is going to be a trade chemist roll. Or Medicare.
Medicaid. I have Medicaid.
I will assist with Medicaid.
It's a Medicaid test at -10. So, Spartan roll first.
Oh, I thought if I assist with it, he just gets a +10.
Oh, okay, yeah, we'll go with that then. Yeah, so, it's a straight roll then.
Zero needs to spend a fate point.
I have 3 fate points for a reason. There we go.
So, you managed to collect a few basic things from this. As I said, it's a few days old, so... First, you managed to establish that this is of an individual. The clothes, from what you can gather, the clothes were worn on him for a long time in stasis, most likely.
I'll be making notes on this on like a extra data pad laying around or whatever just nearby. If it's a piece of paper, I'll write.
Yeah, you also note that it's certainly not, disrupted. It's not, like, stopping you from using tech, but it gives you the occasional odd signal, like odd reading and such.
You know, like an error message.
Yeah, you get the odd error message or things like that.
If
Like-
any error messages come up, I forcefully bypass it. Not
No,
if
no,
a tech
no.
priest saw it, it would be like that kind of like, why would you do that? Kind of thing.
No, no, no. It's you're not
Oh,
listening.
it's okay. Sorry.
What I'm saying, pardon, is that as you're using it, it's like every now and again you're like, I'm sure I didn't like hit the wrong character, or I'm sure, you know, why is this, you know, suddenly spiking in like 5,000 degrees temperature and stuff like that. It's like, what? Like, occasionally the equipment is like freaking out for no apparent reason, but then it goes back to normal. Does that make
Alright.
sense?
Yeah.
It's not like it's an error message, it's more like,
A
Yeah,
notification.
readings.
yeah, it's just like, it's going a bit weird at times.
All right.
So,
Can Blorg make a tech use to try and diagnose why it's freaking out?
sure, if you want. -20. They're erratic and you can't really, you know.
I should probably be the one doing the tech use.
Let me ask this. When I say diagnose, I don't mean like disassemble. I mean like take it and like look at it and just make an educated guess.
Okay, logic then. That's more logic. Oh my gosh, why have you got such high logic?
Holy.
Yeah.
Excuse me? How many pips in logic do you have?
I have 1 tick, and then my cerebral implant gives me logic bonuses.
Alright,
yeah.
boys and girls, we have found the lead philosopher of Ogre Kind right here, Dr. Blorg.
I said this like a million times before.
Yeah, but no one takes your word because you're
I was like,
filthy ogre.
let me roll. They're like, no, I'll roll it, and then fail. And then I'm like, okay, fine.
So yeah, the only thing you can really, like, work out is that it's got something to do with this clothing you've got.
Yeah, I have an idea why it's doing that.
What do you mean the clothing we're wearing, or is like with the thing?
Hey, it's a Dio.
It is me.
Oh.
He's playing.
Also, hands off my badge.
Don't worry.
It's
If you die,
fine.
I'm taking your cybernetics. I'll leave the
Eric-
badge.
Like, as you're like arguing over the badge, Alex comes in, takes it, and says you're not meant to have a badge. You're
Damn
meant
it.
to be discreet. And then she
That
turns
is great.
I
Again, so when you said the clothing, are you talking about the clothing we're wearing, or like the clothing with this sample?
the clothing with the sample.
Okay. I will turn to Zero and point out that that is probably the cause for some reason. I don't know why.
Well, if my theory's correct, then I probably know why. But, thank you for the, confirmation, I guess. Zero just kind of gives, like, this weird, like... He doesn't have his glasses on because he's inside and he doesn't need them. So he's kind of got, like, this weird, like... I didn't expect you to be able to... Okay. He's just, like, very confused and perplexed at first. He just shrugs and accepts it.
You
Damn.
can't read his facial expression because he's a giant orange bat.
You kind of like start stumbling. You're like, oh, thanks for that information. I was, yeah. And Blorg will just like he'll like hit his hand to his chest and be like, Blorg is smart.
You should pet Zero. He's fuzzy.
I tried before.
Yeah, every
didn't
time
let
he's
me.
tried out bad, his hand away.
You should keep
Or
trying
go
because it's
away.
funny.
He's kind of gotten the thing like where you like spray a bottle at like a cat and eventually they stop doing things. Blorg has kind of learned to stop trying to pet Zero because every time I do, he kind of like smacks me.
That or like I pull away with like wide eyes staring at you, like I swear to God. Like you know how when you like put like something weird near to a cat, it just like moves its head back with like really wide eyes.
Yeah.
That's what Zero does.
You should continue doing it. It's funny. Anyway. So yeah, that's that assessment. What is next?
I'm just gonna put it in a little baggie, and I'm gonna write like possible
Do not-
discordant.
do not
question
eat.
mark. Do not eat. And then he puts in like a little side bracket, Blorg specifically.
Blorg will look at this and then look at you with this like horribly disgusted face. Like, are you shitting me?
I don't even look.
He's
at
an
Blorg.
ogre. You can't read his face.
Why can you not read an ogre's face? I got the facial expressions.
Oh, come on, he's like super emotionally transparent.
That's true.
Yeah.
okay.
It's Blorg. He's smart, but he's not smart enough to understand how to hide emotion.
I will smack Zero on the back of the head after he writes that on the Zero button. Not like hard enough to like make him put his face in the table, but like certainly enough for him to get like an ow from it.
So I have a concussion now. Okay. Thanks, Matt.
I will roll a fist hit on you if you want me to.
Please do. This is how all my sessions start.
Ow.
Ow.
Also, it causes 1 fatigue and has concussion -1.
I want to point out you just did 5 damage to me.
Okay,
Matt's
so
6 health.
And 1 fatigue and a level of concussion that you have to roll.
Yeah.
plus
Right.
-1 concussion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So plus 10 toughness test.
Toughness.
God damn it. I'm gonna shoot you in the ass.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
sorry,
what did
guys.
we decide on for the objective?
I
Okay,
have a
so
concussion.
you're stunned for 4 turns. Blorg just randomly knocks out Zero.
Zero writes down like "Do not eat Blorg," and Blorg just smacks you in the back of the head, and your face just like face plants into this table, and you just collapse on the ground. That's basically what happened.
I'm just like sat
Okay,
there on like a
fair
little bar stool, just like limp as hell.
Anyway,
Stunned for a week. Come back next session.
oh, man.
Shit. Sorry, see you guys.
Bye, soon.
No.
Anyway,
All right,
also, hello.
all right.
Hello, Roy.
Joking aside, let's go.
Hi there, Roy.
Hi.
Oh, he doesn't want to talk now. Okay, that's cool.
I'm here.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Right. Next on the list.
Mm-hmm.
Next would be the cogitator.
That would be a
Because-
tech use test.
Well, also, how did Zero and I get back? Are we with the rest of the group now?
Okay, Leroy, I've kind of already gone over this, so can you message this as opposed to just saying it out loud? Because I don't want to keep repeating myself. Because,
Alright, tech use test. I'm assuming, is anybody gonna help me with this?
Blorg will assist.
Alright, so that's a plus 10.
the actual
Is
tech
there-
priest is going to, like, sit in a corner and not help.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I'll help.
Blorg pushes Harrison out of the way. He's like, you ain't touching anything. after everything else that happened, you're not touching the only evidence we have.
I'll have you know, I'm highly competent.
Do I get a plus 10 for a combi tool?
Blorg does not let you
yes.
near this.
Alright. Jesus, I almost fucked that one up too?
That's my role to
Yeah.
assist you.
Enough.
Super competent, huh?
Hey, I'm rolling like a 50 most of the time on a fucking tech U test.
So yeah, you managed to crack it. It's mostly used as a sort of it's not a journal. It's more of a not diary. Yeah, it's kind of is a diary, but just for dates and stuff.
Alright, I'll start downloading it onto an empty data slate since we have a fucking crate full of them.
Yeah, Eric's has plenty of spare data slates. She's learnt from her own experience to have spare data slates, and she's decided to order extra after flipping Sixes keeps getting himself hacked.
Yeah, that's why I'm taking over.
I got myself hacked once, I'd like to say.
Twice. You
No,
saved
the
second.
second time was me reverse hacking it deliberately.
Yeah.
You know what's great? Is that the
deliberately.
first time you got hacked, Blorg could have completely made that avoidable because I was like, here, use data slate, not you. And you're like, no, don't worry about it. Like, Blorg had better intelligence than you when it came to hacking into random shit in a manner where we know shit's not going right. And that there's weird, like, signs and shit that is, like, engraved in these weird servitors that are malfunctioning.
To be fair, at that point I was unaware that a brain even could be hacked.
Uh-huh.
To be fair, if it wasn't for his fuck-ups, Zero would not be here. So, I mean,
A normal brain can't be hacked. However, a tech priest brain can be because it's full of cybernetic, metallic things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like they could hack Spartan's brain because he's got cerebral implants, but they couldn't hack Zero's brain because he has nothing cybernetic in his brain.
yeah,
they
I only
only-
have Mechanicus implants. And
If we're
that's it.
going down this route, how do they hack my brain, theoretically?
No, because you've literally got a robotic brain.
Yeah.
Well, I
Yes,
know, but I mean,
cybernetic
like,
implants.
it's not wireless, and I don't have an interface port. So, like, the only way they could hack me is if they, like, surgically got into my brain.
Yes.
Yeah, but they could.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm saying they could hack your brain that
Oh,
way.
okay.
You know those spikes from XCOM 2? We just like stab it into them
Oh, Skulljack.
brains. Yeah, it was one of those.
Just stab it up into your chin.
Mm-hmm.
Alternatively, they can just be psychers.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could work. I was looking. Can you do inquiry of intelligence? Yeah, you can. Okay, so to get any information out of the cogitator, you've hacked into it and you've now got access to the information on there. But to really sort through it, it's going to be I think the one I'm seeing that makes the most sense to me is inquiry of intelligence.
Any modifiers?
It will be a +10.
Okay, cool. I succeed with 1 degree success. No, 3 degrees success, sorry.
Oh, you've got inquiry trained?
Nope. I just got a lot of intelligence.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah, he's got more intelligence than me. I've got like 50 agility, but I've only got 41 intelligence.
I'm not going to inquiry trained, I am just very smart.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah. You notice there are a few things. Most of them are sort of just shipping in and out of such. There's a number of meetings with like high-ranking individuals, which in and of itself isn't
I think Deadlight died.
Sorry, no, I was typing response. But yeah, I'm not arguing this. I don't care. I'm not arguing this.
What's this?
Discord channel. So, but yeah, no. He's meeting with a lot of high-ranking individuals. Magoses, high-ranking nobles, high-ranking members of the planetary governments, etc., etc. He is. There is one noble which catches your name. Baron Valek Beres.
I'm gonna guess he's the Bloody Baron. Oh wait, no, wrong thing. The Blood Baron, sorry.
Yeah, that bloody baron.
Yeah, there aren't many barons on the list, but that's the as far as you're aware, that's the only baron you can recognise.
Plus he sounds super villainy.
I am purposely now going to change him to be the nicest guy on the planet.
We meet him, he's like running a charity or something, we just go in
He
and
just
murder
runs
him.
orphanages.
Yeah.
He's the only person that runs orphanages on this planet.
Mm-hmm.
And he just has an unfortunate last name.
He owns a school. He owns a hospital.
A fucking veterinary clinic.
He leads missionaries into the Underhive to try and educate them.
Mm-hmm.
Gives food away on the streets. No problem.
That is... Trying to missionarize the Underhive is probably bordering insanity, though.
I never said he was sane. I just said he was nice.
Mm-hmm.
But no, that name comes up. There is one meeting in the next few weeks, in about a few days' time, that he, Wellsven is meant to be meeting with this Marin.
Right.
So,
Could I try my cryptography to see if there's like any hidden like clues in there that he might be putting in?
sure.
Would it be trade or scholastic? Because I have both.
I'm gonna say trade.
Alright. Any bonuses?
Straight roll. Yeah, you notice there isn't so much as like cryptic as it is shorthand in a few places.
Right.
Where he seems to be, it tends to be shorthand when he's meeting his own people, from what you get.
Right. Noticing that he's using shorthand for like people that are directly connected to him, I make
Yes.
notes of that,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
and then I share that with everybody.
Okay.
One name you would know, but you wouldn't know is affiliated with him, is Dassos.
Yeah, and then I'll put like stars next to that one since I know Dasso was hit recently. I don't know
Yes.
it was this group, I just know he was hit recently.
That is correct, yes. Dassos was hit recently.
I thought we killed Dassos.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah,
That's-
but Zero
okay.
doesn't know that you killed
Yeah.
Dassos.
I don't know if this is the
Blorg,
group that
Blorg
did
will point out that Dassos is dead, and we killed him.
Yeah,
You're the
he
fucking
ordered.
group that smacked Dassos?
Yeah.
That made quite the fucking rumbling in the Underhive.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus.
And
Blorg,
we know that Wellsman ordered this special crate or special delivery of Dassos, so that's not exactly a surprise.
It's not revelationary, but it's just confirmationary, if that makes sense.
Right.
The fact that it's shorthand, not longhand, means that Dassos was working close with Wellsman.
Yeah. I'd put like all my suspicions into like little like notes. Like shorthand usually has something to hide, possibly connected, blah blah blah, yada yada yada, you know. Just basic stuff.
Mm-hmm.
If that's all we can get off the cogitator, I say we finish downloading everything onto a data slate and smash the cogitator and ditch it somewhere, so if for some reason anybody gets their hands on it, it can't be connected to us. We've got the data. I don't see what the point of keeping evidence around is.
Dear, why have you posted more memes?
Why not?
I just seen the doctor in Japanese. Oh gosh.
Alright, Blorg will pick up the cogitator then and crush it in his hand. If if you're
Don't
like, alright,
do
we're
that.
done with it.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Useful thing to have. I mean, it's just
It-
a computer.
It's destroyed now.
Yeah, I wouldn't
Why
get too...
would you do that?
You're not in the room, and he was like, okay, we got the data. Like, we don't need it anymore, and we should get rid of it so it can't be tracked to us. And Blorg's just like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
If Sixes starts making a big problem about it, I just look and I was like, it's just a piece of fucking technology. We got our
Okay.
uses out of it. It no longer matters.
Heresy.
You do your tech priest things, I'll do my job.
We don't need 6s anymore. Get rid of it.
We don't need 6s anymore. I'll take that
So-
part, that's still useful. I'll take that part. Alright, you can get rid of them now.
Oh, I'm back.
anyways, so Box.
My internet just took a crap.
What was that?
How about the bug recordings next?
Yeah,
We know
can
so
get
we're
onto that.
sending at some point.
I pull out the only ones we could manage to get. I'm like, things went wrong before we could get them all, but we did get the study, which is where we found this. We got one in the guest bedroom, and we got the one in his main bedroom.
Yeah.
It was too hot.
Mm.
That's
It's
fair
a
enough.
start.
Yeah. Let's do the study one. The bugs only managed to keep 100 hours of recording on them. Because they weren't transmitting. His study is pseudo interesting. He seems to be meeting with a lot of individuals, doing a lot of deals, but they never. He's very smart in that he doesn't actually say what the deals are. The package, you always visit the package, the order, etc., etc.
Does he ever use any keywords associated with like the package, like that
No.
might give like a name to like the deal that's going on?
Unfortunately, not.
No lores or trade's gonna help that one, I assume.
Hmm?
No lore or trade is gonna help with that one.
No, he's very smart and he's very general about it.
Okay.
But could we probably recognize some of the voices of the other guys?
Yeah, you could potentially recognise the voices of the other guys if you actually had any voices to compare to.
Okay.
Blorg will look over to Killian and then say like, can use this to use voice in police record? Like questioning, like could he compare them?
Yeah, I potentially could, yes.
Blorg kind of like nods and then like, he's like, oh, Blorg gave good idea.
Mhm.
Actually, let me have a quick look. I don't think
Zero
there
still
is-
rubbing the back of his head.
Actually, yeah. Somebody give me an inquiry fellowship roll.
Not me.
I think this is where Killian shines.
Not
By
Right,
actually
yeah.
having a
If-
chance of doing it.
If I'm... But inquiry of fellowship.
Oh, fellowship. Back to fellowship.
Hmm?
Um,
Oh, come on, I fail point that. Not getting better.
Leroy, my man.
that also you're currently on intelligence, not fellowship. For inquiry.
Oh.
So it should have been higher, but
Yeah, I have... What of fellowship, it would be a 50 straight.
yeah, so not quite.
So,
Leroy, you reckon that a few of them are actually more nobility, high end?
Oh.
I didn't catch that. That was
I think he grunted.
okay. I'm going to assume that's acceptable of a grant because you're just making a weird noise which I can't hear properly.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
now we hear you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I believe that is the guest bedroom one, which you managed to get. There is a lot of static. It cuts out a lot of the time.
Can Blorg make a tech use test to see if he can clean up the signal?
Sure.
Would Zero like to assist?
Yeah, I can.
With
I mean, I can take it over if you
sixes
want.
like to exist.
Oh, yeah, I'll roll it.
Okay.
So that is 3 degrees of success.
Okay. Yes. You try and clear it up, but it seems like it's not a case of the image is damaged. It is literally it like that is what is recording. It's recording staticky image. It's recording.
That's
On
it.
that, could Blorg make the assumption that, like, when you say it's recording a static image, that, like, they have a jammer in that room?
It seems to be along the lines of that. Yes.
We
How about
we
Lord
do
bet that this
know.
Gordon was in the room?
Okay. Everyone talks at once.
Leroy, you're not even in this room with us, so...
Now, how did I make that other roll?
No, he
We
is.
do.
Yeah.
Oh,
we
he
do
is? Okay,
know
he never said he walked in, so...
Okay. One at a time, please. Gray.
We do know he was working with a tech blank, so maybe that is why the recording is messed up.
That would be a very good and logical explanation for it. Yes.
Could we, like, think up, like, it's fuzzy during these hours and then, like, it's not other times? Could we
Yeah.
make that assumption?
Yeah, it seems to be fuzzy at nights, and you've only got like 3 or 4 days worth of recording. It is fuzzy in the nights when somebody would be sleeping there,
Yeah. So it
as
could
well
be
as
the
other times
Discord.
in the day. Yep.
You found this clothing sample in the same guest bedroom, right?
Yep.
And I was getting the
That's
same kind of readings.
Mhm.
Which, thank Leroy for that one, because he had something to cut with. I didn't. Other than my little claws here. Could I use my increased hearing to possibly, like, make out any, like, noises, like if they're talking through the static? Or anything, or is it just way too staticky for that?
It is literally just like the image. What it's producing is literally just corruption.
Okay. So there's no way.
Yeah, there's no way.
Is there a way that we could retrofit a camera to counteract that?
You have no idea.
Could
You
I make
o-
a
you
tech use
literally
test
only
to
know-
try to...
I was gonna say you only know the name. You don't know what this thing can actually do. Apart from first-hand experience.
Would I be able to take a educated guess since I've heard like whispers?
I'm just curious.
I was
does-
referring... Sorry.
Do psychic blanks count as psyker lore?
Psychoblanks, yes.
What
Untouchable
about
is
tech
a
blanks?
yeah. Tech blanks are a discordant, which is what they are called, and what you do know that is what they are called. That's like all you know. They come under I've said Forbidden Law Adaptus Mechanicus, but if anyone else has an appropriate Forbidden Law they feel like is relevant,
Are they related to the warp or to like anything like that?
not that you're aware of.
If you have like Forbidden Law, like Tech Heresy or something.
Yeah.
I've got Heresy.
Because
Psychic.
I have Forbidden Lore the warp.
Yeah.
They're not. As far as you know, they're probably you maybe could get away with the Forbidden Law mutants, but not Forbidden Law warp. They're not related to psychics. Sixes, you know that the Adaptus Mechanicus often make special hunting gear to hunt these people down that are all analog.
But
Harrison, if you're gonna eat chips, can you mute
Yeah,
your
yeah.
microphone?
If you're gonna be like rattling stuff, can you like have a bit of...
Also, Deadlight, my question wasn't like, could I retrofit something in there? I was saying, could I retrofit the camera that we put in the manor to like counteract the EMP waves, basically?
What?
He's basically asking, could we put something on the camera to make it counteract the jamming?
As I said, you don't know.
You have to be analog.
Could I take a tech use test to try to see if I can maybe take a guess at if I could?
I'm going to say it's minus 50 tech use test.
I could still nat it.
I mean, you could still try.
Can I take a
about-
tech use test?
There's no point to...
Okay,
Attempt-
one at a time.
Yeah. Can I take a tech use test to attempt to assemble a film-based camera that is entirely analog, like old school?
I would say that's a minus 30 tech use test to do that.
Okay.
Because
If
you
you
don't
want
really
help,
have
I'll
the
help
stuff.
you.
4 degrees.
My gosh.
Good job.
So yeah, you do. It's kind of bulky. Because obviously it has to record film, and film, the issue is it takes up space. But you could potentially record, so you're pretty sure you could record it with this because it's not using technology.
Or specifically electricity.
Electricity, yes. So,
Good job.
Now we just have to place it somewhere it can't be easily detected within Rasmus's manor, or study, or wherever.
Let's see if we can even get back fucking in there.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's a bit of a problem.
So yeah. Anything else anyone wants to do? There is the, as Gray has arranged for you, you are available to go to a briefing about a serial killer in the city.
Which
We checked
might-
out that scrap of cloth or whatever residue
Yes.
was on it.
Yes,
Yeah.
we have.
We did that right before you got here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Blorg, I guess Blorg will ask, why does a serial killer matter in our circumstance?
Because it's apparently the same kind or shape of murder servitor as the one we fought under Kara's manor.
Blorg will kind of nod, he'll be like, did Blorg come?
I don't think I can come. I'm already on their watch list.
With the story, with how I explained it to them, it would be easily to explain Six's presence there, because I sort of hinted that there's are rogue murder servitors and unsanctioned production of them. And it would also be not very suspicious if Kate would come, because the basic I had for my investigation was missing sanctionite of the Adaptus Astra Telepathica, which is the woman that had her brain scooped out,
Elisa.
Alicia.
job,
I'm
cowboy.
not quite sure how well we explained it to Kate.
Yeah, I think you're gonna have to go on that briefing without me. I'm already on I'm probably on 3 watch lists, and if they even saw my face yesterday, which I doubt, but it's possible, they might be looking for me and Leroy. I'm almost certain they saw Leroy's face.
I do have a helmet on, and I wear kind of a.
Yes.
I don't know actually what my armor looks like, so I don't know how much of my face is covered.
I would say the more obvious thing about Leroy
Of
is
course,
that
it's
he's
my
a
size.
ratling. Yeah, he's your
Yeah.
size.
Yeah. I can pass if you can get me something that covers my entire face, like what I already wear, but they're gonna be looking for something that looks kind of like me, so I can't wear the same clothing
Yeah.
there.
That,
So if you
Yeah, I'm
got
not going either.
if you got some Adeptus Mechanicus clothing, I can go as a Tech Acolyte, maybe.
I mean, we were
I really need to
already
get those
dressing
dudes
up
red
as
legs.
tech acolytes before.
Yes. You do have some disguise as a tech acolyte, so
I mean, if you guys want me there, I can go. I don't want to go, but I mean, if you need me, I'm there.
okay. If you're going, move yourself over to next to Killian.
I also take this voice recordings because this might be possible evidence.
If Killian wants me to go, I'll go, but if he doesn't, then I'm not going.
Um,
That's Killian's call.
if you're certain you can disguise yourself well enough as a tech acolyte, then we can try.
Alright. Would it be okay if I rolled a deceive test to see how it looks before I decide if I'm going?
Sure. I'll give you a plus 20 because it's quite an easy disguise.
You can try it against me.
Could I use intelligence?
Yes, I'll allow you to use intelligence.
It's the perfect disguise.
Yep. Sixes says, "Oh wow, that's amazing."
If he says it's good, I'll go.
Sixes is actually confused as why there's a new tech acolyte in the building.
Where did Zero go? Bring him back!
I want my heretical bat!
Yeah. Okay, if the actual tech priest considers it good enough, we can probably pass it off.
Yeah, I haven't got very good scrutiny, so
No. Sixes assures you that it's perfectly fine. And nothing will go wrong.
Nothing can go wrong.
Yeah.
I'm assuming I shouldn't bring my stub SMG then?
No, probably not.
I have complete faith in this disguise.
Oh god, where this goes wrong. I still put my shades on under like the hood, even though I'm not gonna need them because the hood of the fucking mechanic is already pretty low.
Don't you get like a full face mask as a tech acolyte too?
I think so.
I
I think it depends on the world, but
What's this?
Tech acolytes having a face mask of some type.
Yeah, they can quite often. It's not necessarily a face mask, but it'll tend to be something like a rebreather, maybe goggles as well. So,
If I tell you, Sixes, if anyone asks, he's one of yours.
okay. So you go.
I'm sorry, I missed that. Can you say it again?
Yeah. If anyone asks, he's one of yours.
Yep,
Yeah, I'll
definitely.
get my ass put in jail again.
Again?
Are you surprised I haven't been in jail before?
No.
Am I that charming? Huh. Damn.
Yeah.
So,
I just take it as a compliment.
you go to the local precinct.
Yeah.
The guy on duty sees Killian, like nods, lets you through. You led into not a massive briefing room, but it's comfortably sized. It's a bit cramped with everyone that comes in. There is a senior arbiter on duty. They're not. They're sort of like squad leaders, sort of thing. You know, like maybe lieutenant rank. They're not the highest ranking, but they're not low ranking either.
Yeah.
They technically outrank Killian if he was still. Oh no, probably be at the. Probably just about outrank you. Maybe the same ranking as you.
I'd actually say outrank me because he was a warden, so not a leader.
Oh, yeah, you're just a warden, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you outranks you. But that doesn't really matter anymore because your uniform is kind of a bit more generic now, so you don't really have it on show. It's very off-worldy for.
Yeah.
People recognise it's arbiters, but they don't recognise where you're from. You're let in. He looks a bit. Certainly gives you a strange look when Spartan enters, when Blorg.
Yeah.
He doesn't seem to give a second thought about seeing the other three.
Yeah.
Two tech priests and the.
If it matters, I'm still wearing my dress uniform, which has my Imperial, like, awards and badges and stuff on it.
Yeah, but
I never
Imperial
took it
Guard. I never mentioned that the Imperial Guard was involved, so that still would get you some odd looks.
I'm just saying that, like, I never took it off between, so...
Yeah,
It's kind of like we got back and you're like, hey, we're going. I'm like, okay.
No,
Yeah.
this would be the next day, first thing, and it's 9 o'clock briefing. So you
Well, I would
leave
still...
early.
Maybe I would, depending on... I would ask Killian then whether or not it was more appropriate for me to wear the dress uniform or just my standard uniform.
I think your standard uniform would be good enough.
Alright, I will wear my standard...
It's still guardsman uniform, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
got-
still guard.
Okay,
It's
yeah.
just not my. It's just not my dress uniform.
Yeah.
I have basically 3 uniforms: standard, dress, and like poor weather.
Yeah. Since that's part of an investigation, I would say your normal guardsman uniform would be the most appropriate.
Okay.
Then Blork, he walks in with his standard uniform on.
Yeah. Can you all give me an awareness test, please?
Is this hearing or sight?
This it's both. So.
Do you get any bonuses for being in a very small room?
No.
Do I get any bonuses for my incredible hearing?
You may. But the information you get will be hearing based.
That's fine. Because I have to keep my head down so they can't see anything.
Yeah, that's fine.
But is it today with my Rose? God damn it.
I don't know.
What's the bonus for my hearing?
And that, what have you got? Heightened hearing?
Yep.
Heightened sense of hearing?
It's on my
I
back.
believe it's plus 10. You might want to go double check that.
I'll roll
Yeah,
with
I
the
think so
plus
too.
Yeah.
Well, alright, there we go. I was gonna say, if he didn't pass, I was the closest. I barely didn't pass.
Okay. Yeah, Zero, you're led in. Yes, the group is there. And they kind of give you a few odd looks. But your disguise seems to hold. However, you hear someone mutter at the back of the room. Hey, wait, wasn't there an Ogrin in that homicide case with the 7 dead enforcers?
When I hear that, do I still have my microbead?
Yes.
Alright, once I hear that, I'll, adjust my ear a bit, and, use, the fact that I have a larger ear to, kinda, push the button so, it activates. If that makes sense?
Yeah.
And, Lord, be careful, they might know something about you.
That will be if you're actually whispering, that'll be a sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand?
Yes.
Good thing I've got that trained.
Yes, it's sort of I'm going to say sleight of whispering, like subtle messages and stuff, is going to come into sleight of hand for reference.
Alright.
I mean, you could say a bit of stealth instead.
Stealth could be the other one. Stealth is more. Oh my gosh.
I have to fate point that. I have to.
Yeah, you do.
Just don't roll higher. There you go.
Is that enough, though?
Don't roll higher, he says, like he has any control over that.
Don't roll like a grey at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, you think you get away with that. So yeah, they start the briefing. They've got a map of the city. It's a bit bigger of this. I was actually meant to update it, and I've got it sorted, but I haven't imported it yet. And it has 3 attack sites on it. The first is in the Mechanicus Spire. This is the earliest of the 3. And it is the one. We know what we in 5 fitted with right. Yes, it did include multiple.
Did it include cars? Or
No.
just the facility?
Just
So
the
we assume,
facility.
we assume he's providing his own cars, and they would likely be there.
Yes, that is correct.
Okay.
But yes. So there's 3 attack sites. One is the Mechanicus Spire. I'm going to use this dark color. Yeah. I need to actually update this map to include the Mechanicus Spire and such. The first is in Mechanicus Spire. This ties into a few days after the initial encounter with Kara and such. Then there is 2 more, but they seem to have occurred almost simultaneously. The first is, one of them is in the Paper District, and one of them is in the Blood District.
Almost simultaneously.
Yes. They occurred within half an hour of each other, and
Okay.
even a response vehicle moving at full speed would not have been able to do that.
Okay. What is known about the victims of those attacks?
The victims seem to be random. In the Mechanica Spire attack, it was a tech acolyte and a few just workers in a loading bay. In the Paper District, it was a lovely old lady who was working as a librarian. And in the Blood District, it was a few nurses.
In the second case, was anything stolen from that library?
There appears to be nothing stolen.
Okay.
What they have worked out, though, however, that a lot of computer banks were damaged. Projectors.
Uh-huh.
How were they damaged?
Change.
Speak up, but I speak in like a low tone.
Yeah, you're free to speak up. They chainsaw attacks, they say. The arbiters they were attacked by chainsaws.
Worrying. Is that a common thing amongst the three situations? Some type of technology?
All three situations have had. We believe the serial killer's MO is using chain blades.
Yes.
Possibly dual wielding, from the looks of it, from the post-mortem results. Although we cannot rule out a single, very skilled individual with one chainsword.
That's pretty gruesome.
Yes. I mean, I was informed there was a witness of one of those attacks.
We managed to get an artistic sketch of it after the senior officer talked to someone yesterday. He glances round to one of his officers, and one of them pulls out a piece of paper, pins it up. It appears to be a 8-foot-tall, slender shape with 4 arms, each arm ending in chainsaws, and it has bright red eyes. The shape of it is hard to pick out, but it has spindly legs and spindly arms, each ending in a chain blade, a chainsword. It strikes a lot of resemblance to the murder servitor of Maris. Don't all rush me with questions at once.
I'm trying to keep my disguise. I don't want to put myself too far out there.
That's fair enough. If no one's going to talk up, he's like...
Blorg is pretty convinced that telling anything about that we've already encountered one is probably not the best idea.
I mean,
Yeah, this is Killian's show.
yeah, I mean, I did tell the senior arbiter already that we've seen a similar pattern of murder servitor when we discovered the lost Adaptus Telepathica Sanctionite.
What did you explain to us before we walked into this meeting so that we know
Yeah,
what is
I would have explained to you that what I told them.
Yes, he told them that Gray went in and asked about one case of mutant trafficking and an unsanctified murder servitor. You've been hooked into this case because it appears to be along the lines of a murder servitor. A serial killer using chain blades, chainsaws. What did I say? He suspected that a murder servitor could have done it, an unsanctified one, given what it was, because it was a rather skilled killer with chainsaws. And the description matches a murder servitor, 8 foot tall, running around with chainsaws.
But did you tell the sergeant or whatever that we not that we saw one, but that we fought and killed one, or just only we saw one?
I told him that we encountered a similar pattern, yeah. To the description of I told them we encountered a murder servitor of a similar pattern as was described by the witness.
Okay, knowing that,
That's
I'll perk up a bit. Like, may I see that sketch? I'd never raise my head.
Yeah, no, the officer passes it round. It's sort of passed around the room, so there are a bunch of other officers in here. Gray would recognise 2 of them are Vespers, which are the investigators, and then the rest are sort of more beat copy. The sketch is passed around the room, and the rest of the party can look at it freely. They are also aware of the disappearance of effectively a psycho, and suspected mutant trafficking.
Yeah,
Alright.
exactly.
I'll pretend to, like, not pretend, but I'm actually gonna, like, hand it back and forth between me and Harrison since he's posing as my master. I'm like, my memory implants are, this is registering as something we've seen before.
Forgot to unmute myself.
I was wondering why you were quiet. I was like, damn it, I'm the one posing as the acolyte here, and I'm having to do all the talking. God damn it.
Sorry.
Do master stuff. Take over. Anyways, I'll, like, hand it to whoever wants it next. I'll, like, that sketch is very similar, if not identical, to what I've seen. My memory implants are ensuring
when it
that.
when it gets to Blorg will agree with Zero's comment. He'll just be like, ah.
Yep. Yeah, it does look strikingly similar to the ones you've encountered. The senior arbiter says that it was spotted by a witness in the paper district, another archiver.
Okay.
They only saw it for a few moments, as the thing was moving between aisles.
Yeah. For we know that it is entirely possible that one attacker was Strauss, the other was Maros. Because it was...
Oh, these are after the date of you encountering Strauss and Maros. All the attacks.
Blorg will raise his hand, like in the background.
He looks at the Ogre. Yes.
Blorg will ask, did they try to track it once they spotted it? Like, through the aisles of the city? I'm assuming what he means by aisles is, like, alleyways, by the way.
No. When I say aisles, I mean archive bookshelves.
Oh, okay.
It was inside the archive building.
Yeah. And it wasn't the arbiters that spotted him, but a civilian witness.
Yes. And civilian witness, yes.
Wait, so this thing was walking in a library and just vanished into thin air?
Yeah, apparently we don't know how it got inside. We were unable to determine that. It managed to kill an archiver and destroy a number of cogitator banks without being alerted to anyone. However, the archives themselves can be quite quiet at times.
Blorg will ask, is there any access to the sewer system in the basement of the archive building?
Yeah.
He goes, do I look like an architect?
Blorg just kind of grumbles, like,
Yeah.
and then he'll be like, should look at that.
Yeah, we suspect that the murder service use sewers as a quick way of moving it unseen between the attack.
He nods, he's like, very well, we'll investigate, see if we can access the archives of the buildings in question.
Good.
Anything else?
Since this hasn't been asked, I guess Blorg will follow up with, was there any cameras in the building, or is the only thing that we have, like, some sketch?
Unfortunately, no cameras. Any cameras that were active were disabled before the attacks.
I'll lean up to Harrison since he's posing as my master, and I'll whisper to him as if to, like, confirm, like, I don't know if this is something I'm allowed to say or not as a tech acolyte. I'll whisper, Master, is it possible that we should look into the archivist? Systems were going on the fritz or something? Maybe there was some kind of tell that they just didn't notice as people who don't know technology as well as we?
It is entirely possible,
Yeah.
yet perhaps a tad unlikely. They would have reviewed the security footage again since the attack.
Maybe we should
yeah.
ask.
All the cameras were disabled with a high level of skill. There were cameras also in the Mechanicus Depot area.
Yeah.
As were their guards as well, but they were all killed in addition to...
As we are talking about unsanctioned murder servitors, it stands to reason that there is a rogue tech priest involved.
He nods. Yes, that is true. If we're going along the lines of unsanctioned murder servitor, I will unfortunately have to be calling in the Adaptus Mechanicus as well. They don't particularly like it when you push into their business and without informing them.
Yes.
Sorry, squeak toy.
I mean...
Please keep your squeak toys to yourself.
Point to sixes. After all, there is already a representative of the Adaptus Mechanicus investigating alongside me.
He nods. Yes, but formalities, paperwork thing.
Of
As
course.
I wasn't planning on bringing a tech priest in the investigation if I could avoid it, but seeing as one's here, we might as well make use of your skill.
Yes.
I'm sure me and my master can make all the proper paperwork. It goes along easier if it's another brother doing it.
Yes, quite, but they get tetchy if they don't have it from us as well.
Yes.
Damn dog.
Any
My
other
dog
questions
keeps
you want
taking
to
out my
ask?
charger. What's service that saw the figure?
The witness is an archivist. They're out in the living districts. I can get you an address if you wish. We have
Be helpful.
deal if you're going to eat crisps.
They're not
Yeah.
crisps.
What are they then?
It's-
Whatever it is, mute yourself while fumbling with the packing.
Yeah, it's just quite loud, is all.
Sorry.
So yeah, no, he's like, we have a number of articles of evidence in storage, as well as the bodies in the morgue.
Morgue?
Mortem. What am I saying? We have the bodies in the morgue. Should you investigate?
Yeah. Could I process various boxes with a few audio recordings, which I wish to compare to the databases?
The one of the Vespers, like, they look up at the senior arbiter and he just kind of like shrugs and is like, yeah, sure, that seems fine. I was aware you were on a different investigation, so sure, that's fine. As long as they don't have anything else I need them to do. Urgently, that is.
Of course.
Lurk has a little smirk in the background as that was his idea, and he's like happy it's being executed.
Yeah. Yeah, no, one of the Vespers is like, yeah, sure, I can have a look at it. I'm free. After the briefing, of course.
Yeah.
Any other questions you wish, the senior officers like, so any other questions you wish to ask about the others?
Was the possible motive for the reason of these multiple attacks ever given? Like, do they have any idea on possible motives? Usually,
Yeah.
this is
Is there a motive already?
He's like, we're not sure. The best possible motive for the Mechanicus one is to acquire servitor parts of all things. Or spare parts of some description. A truck was removed from the site, although we suspect that it might have been simply underhivers. The truck has not been recovered. We have not been able to locate it.
Yeah.
The area is quite close to the underhive, and a particularly nasty part of the underhive that likes to strip down and get hold of a lot of chop shops. Paper district, we have no idea. The information on the cogitator banks was just general stuff, it appears to be an episode of rage in the attack.
Okay.
Possibly after interrogation of the librarian went wrong. We don't know. As for the Blood District, we're unable to work out what occurred. A number of nurses were killed, as well as a single doctor. We're unable to determine why they went in there. No patients were killed, which is interesting. Although several did die because their nurses were killed from...
Yes.
And they were in critical condition. We're unable to determine what happened. You're free to investigate the sites separately or further, or with our assistance.
Yeah, we definitely will do that.
He nods.
I have an idea of what could be the case, but I can't confirm it right away.
Very well.
I lean up to Harrison, and I start to whisper, but I click on my microbead with my ear again, and I speak directly to Killian, even though I'm whispering to Harrison. Try to see if you can't figure out if the nurses weren't killed where we were not too long ago, where we figured out about the Discordant.
No.
Yeah.
You can actually tell that from the map.
Oh, can we?
Yes.
I'm not looking up, so...
Yeah. The hospital you were at is quite near the Blacksmith District. The hospital that it was attacked was a high-end one near the Gold District.
Okay.
Well, a higher up. It's more of like upper middle, as opposed to, no, middle upper. Sorry. So.
Then we will definitely investigate that one too.
Okay.
Could we get the location of any of the chop shops, by the way?
Location of chop shops. They kind of it's like we don't have. We could probably give you some, but it's like there are so many around there. It's like trying to find a needle in a needle stack.
So.
Right, but
Found one. If it's a needle stack, then you've already found a needle, because the whole thing's made of them.
Yeah, but trying to find the needle you want in a stack of needles.
Yeah.
What kind of truck was it? Do you have a make, a model, a design?
18-wheeler, quite common, quite generic, carrying civil parts.
Alright. That's all I got right now.
Any other questions?
None I could think of right now.
Okay. I'll be here and around, coordinating the investigation. Dismissed.
Yeah.
He waves a hand. Several of the officers filter out into different teams and there's clearly that he's already assigned people jobs, and he's just doing this briefing to get you up to speed.
Okay.
Like sort of, oh look, we have a second team, right? Let's get them up to speed and recap, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Oh, watching way too many crime shows. I watch way too many crime shows.
Yeah, don't feel bad. I do too.
were there any donuts in this briefing room, by the way?
Yes, but they've all been eaten.
Of course.
Oh, damn it! I wanted
Look,
one.
I have to be as generic as stereotypical as possible without being stereotypical.
Well, fine. I at least get a cup of recaf then. They can't possibly have run out of recaf.
The cup's quite small.
That's fine.
Like,
I'll drink like 4 of them then. Throughout the meeting.
You just drink the entire pot.
Yeah, basically. Actually, hold on. Is there 2 pots? Because if there's 2 pots, I'll just take an entire pot and like hold it like a mug.
No, there's not 2 pots. There's only 1 pot, and there's like.
Does everyone else have coffee?
Several people have coffee.
Yes.
Several.
Then I will just grab whatever's remaining of the mug and use that.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
So rude.
Screw it,
Let's
man.
see, sir. Let's next try and have the various specs to compare our voice readings from Westman's Manor with the databases of voice samples. In case if there's anyone known to the arbiters around.
Yeah, the Vesper says, sure, I can do that, but it's going to take me a few hours. There's a lot of recordings here.
Of course.
Like 100 hours of recordings. I've got to find the voice, isolate it, etc., etc.
Yeah, yes. Just inform me. I suppose I can give him like a call sign or something.
Yeah, you can give him micro. I was going to say he takes your micro.
That he
So
can vox me.
Yeah, I'll vox you when I have something of interest.
Okay.
Once we're clear of like other arbiters and anybody who might be listening, I'll inform them what I heard in the middle of the meeting.
Mm-hmm.
That Blorg might be compromised, or there could be another Ogre running about.
I was going to say, when you leave the meeting room, a pair of arbiters come up to Blorg and say, "I'm sorry, but you're under arrest for the suspected murder of 7 enforcers."
He just kind of stops in place and looks at Earl Grey and some of the other people in his group that are walking with him.
I keep the disguise I've got, and I keep walking as if I don't care. Unless Harrison stops, I keep walking.
What's quite funny is I think the only person that was the only other person that was in this session isn't actually in this location.
Yeah. I would not know that he was involved in anything. Maybe you have the wrong Ogre?
Unfortunately, this is the only Ogre we've seen so far, and as such, we must bring him into question. You left witnesses.
I mean, if no one says anything else, Blorg's not gonna like resist. So
I can't save here, even if I could lie that I have my memory implant saying you were here on this date, on that. Yeah, they wouldn't buy that shit. So you're on your own on this one. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No, that's fine.
I wasn't there.
Out of character, I'm kind of amazed that they didn't recognize that there was a tech priest there either. But
What thing are you thinking of? Spartan.
I was thinking of the raid where like Leroy backed the Chimera up into the cop, and we had that huge shootout because that's the only one that involved arbiters. So
yeah, and there wasn't a tech priest involved in that.
Yeah, there was. Harrison was there.
No, he wasn't.
Oh, wasn't he? Oh,
no.
Right,
it was Leroy who was High Mirror. There was yourself. There was Isabel,
who's dead.
Who's dead, and there's Forrest Grey, or Grey Forest,
who hasn't been here for a few sessions.
Yeah, he's dropped out of the campaign.
Oh.
Yeah, he dropped out last session.
I was not aware of that. So,
yeah.
Amazing. I'm the only person still left from that entire raid anyway.
Yes, and so now you're getting arrested for it.
Okay, well, Blorg will put his hands forward. I assume they do not have a pair of handcuffs large enough to go around my Ogren-sized wrists, so I will just peacefully follow them.
They get some rope.
I'm assuming they attempt to tie this rope, and they would not be convinced that this would hold me if I thought at all that I needed to get out of this.
Yeah, no. That's why they're both carrying bolters.
To catch up to speed, Harrison, Blorg is being arrested currently for some murdering of enforcers at some point in time, and I've just walked off.
I've been here the whole time.
Oh, have you? Okay.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, they're just arresting Spartans because they left witnesses in a different crime.
I have absolutely no idea that he could have been involved in anything like that. So, I'm just saying you probably have the wrong Ogre, but...
What evidence do they have?
An eyewitness report of an enforcer.
An eyewitness report. It could be any Ogren.
The arbiter goes, okay, cool, can you just, like, grab all the Ogrins, list them to me? How many have you seen since you've been here in the last, I don't know how many months?
Us Mechanicus don't.
I have been here for 2.5 weeks.
And how many Ogrins have you seen?
1.
This one?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know how long I've been here?
No.
10
I'm
years.
sure you're going to tell me, though.
Yes. Do you know how many Ogrins I've seen?
I'm going to guess 1.
Yes.
Oh, look at me. Do I get a prize?
Yes. It's called sarcasm.
Yeah.
That's still inadmissible evidence.
Yes, and he just pulls out a pair of handcuffs.
Spartan just pulls out a pair of... What?
No, I'm saying the arbiter that was arguing with him.
Yeah, it's just like, yes, and? Death is 7 arbiters, and this is the only eyewitness the eyewitness reports an 8-foot-tall individual built like a house of bricks.
To be fair, we've also encountered several murder servitors who could fit that description.
This is true.
Blur
He
kind of
shrugs
Blur kind of nods at that too, and he's like, "Just got out meeting about that too."
He's like, I'm aware of that. However, this isn't the MO of any of those attacks.
As far as I collected, you don't even have an MO for that either. So
The use of ludicrous use of chainsaws, and mostly only single witnesses and serious equipment being destroyed.
Deadlight, can I use logic?
We don't have a motive, but a modus operandi we do have.
Deadlight, can I use logic to try and convince them that it would, the evidence fits a lot more murder servitor modified for strength?
You could. It's going to be a -30 logic test though.
Okie dokes. Damn.
close though.
No, because you know why? Because he says while he didn't see any more details, there were other individuals there. One including a hand flamer. They were shouting and talking, and they were in a deal with a ganger.
Well, if you're certain this is the ogre, then take him away.
They nod and take him away.
Blorg non-resistantly follows them.
Yeah, they will disarm you of any obvious weapons because they're not
I
stupid.
have nothing on me anyway.
Okay, that's fair enough.
The only thing I had was my uniform.
I don't
And,
take your fists.
and then a cigar. That's probably like the only thing I brought.
They take your fists. Your fists are weapons.
I honestly don't think he needs a weapon.
Yeah.
He almost one-shotted me with a slap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't need a weapon.
Yeah.
Don't
they
worry, buddy. You'll be fine in jail.
I don't think anybody's gonna mess with it.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a commodity. You might even be a fucking gang boss in jail. Don't worry. Things are going well for you.
I know, right?
Considering the amount of time it takes to issue a judgment from the Lex Imperialis, he'll probably be waiting in prison for about 300 years before a proper verdict comes down.
Yeah. Just arrest you on suspicion and then just leave you in jail. Case
I would
closed.
like to talk to my attorney.
Cool.
You don't have
attorney-
any. You're an advocate. You don't have any rights.
I know, right?
Yeah, you're an
Yeah. Okay.
advocate.
Your attorney's going to come from your homeworld. Please list it.
What the fuck?
Blorg will mention that his homeworld has been exploded by the Imperial.
Then,
What?
unfortunately, your attorney has also been exploded.
Has your right to an attorney?
Yeah,
Yes.
like Blorg demands the right to an attorney regardless of whether his home planet was blown up or not.
You have no rights. You have no rights. This
Yeah.
is the Imperium. Damn it.
Shut your ass, heretic. What are these rights? Look, you haven't
Anyway.
been shot yet.
I'm assuming they're going to start questioning me.
Yeah, they do make you sit and wait for like a good few hours, like a good half a day of just like sitting in a room, just like this is uncomfortable.
Do they give me anything to eat or drink?
They give you a single small paper cup of water.
Will they let me leave to go to the bathroom?
No.
I will just take a shit on the floor then.
Oh,
Just like, I will bang on the door and I will be like, Blorg, have go bathroom. And if no one answers in like an hour, I swear to God, I'm just gonna pull down my pants
No,
and take
no.
a shit in the corner of the room.
They do to let you out to go to the bathroom.
Okay, damn it.
Sit on the table.
Because I don't want to arrest you for public like they would just arrest you for that. That's the thing.
They're gonna arrest me for defecating in a locked room that they're refusing to let me out of.
Yes.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Who's fucking
Yes, they
assholes?
are bites.
Hi, welcome to the Imperium of Man. Have you established that have I established that
Imperium
they're
of
not
Man.
organized?
Alright, a half day passes.
Half day passes for you. Eventually, a judge comes in, a junior judge, you believe, but you actually don't have forbidden law, scholastic law, adapts as Arbeit, so you have no idea. He sits down, glances at some papers, starts filling with them.
Ah, damn dog. Sorry.
Just filling the papers. Glances at you every now and again. So he goes.
Blurg seems pretty emotionless since he's convinced.
Ah! Leroy decides to use attack to try and free Blorg. So yeah. So, where were you on the evening of insert date here?
Blurg scratches his head.
Do you not have do you not have an ally?
Blurg not
Talking to an
remember.
ogre.
Yeah, Blurg not remember. Blurg not have good memory. Blurg just helps friends.
Give me a deceive.
Do I get a bonus for being an ogren, and then this should be pretty fucking, you know, like,
You
he's
can
supposed to be stupid, you know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah, you can have a plus 40.
Damn!
I mean, I'm still probably gonna fail, because I don't have it trained, so I'm gonna get a minus 20 anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, also he just rolled 11.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I don't buy that for a second.
Wait, he got 11 degrees of success?
No, he rolled 11. So he got like, he's got scrutiny trained to plus 10. This is, I'm just using the enforcer, not
I'm gonna fate point this anyway, because
Yeah, that's
I
fine.
don't think I'm gonna have to. I don't think I'm gonna have any other chance to spend my fate points. So
Yeah, you don't have the right to remain silent. He got like a good 4 degrees of success on that test. So yeah, he's like, yeah, I don't buy that for a second. Now, do you want to tell me what actually happened?
that would be. Could I have rolled that on intelligence, by the way? Well, I guess it doesn't matter. Never mind. Well, I mean, it technically could matter.
Sure, if you wanted to. I think it might have actually mattered.
Yeah, I would get an additional 2 degrees of success, so I would like level out with him.
Yeah, then he's like, he's not sure, but he's not convinced. He's like, who are these friends?
He can read you like a book. Unfortunately, that book is in a different language.
Yeah.
Yes.
He points out Killian. Killian is friend. Meet
Killian
up with
is a
investigation of murder servitor. Just like get out of meeting.
Right. He notes it down. He's like, yeah, he notes it down. He's like, do you have any idea what you were helping with?
Blorg kind of just says like, whatever Killian need. Blorg does many things, include protect Killian from murder servitor.
Mm-hmm. Notes it down. What is your current address of residence? For the record.
Blorg not know offhand. You have asked Killian. Blorg just followed Killian round.
Killian Daddy.
Blorg pet dog.
Yeah, kind of.
Daddy Killian.
Daddy Killian.
Gray's like, oh gosh, please stop.
Next thing, Killian's gonna be dragged in here.
It's like, okay. You said your, what is your, just for the record, what is your home planet and full name? And homes, yeah.
Okay, well, he would already have the home planet because I mentioned that my home planet was
Oh yeah,
blown up.
he's got like Veritas, and he's like, never heard of it. Actually, no,
Probably because blown up.
no, he definitely hasn't heard of it because he just rolled a 94.
Okay.
I was going to see Scholastic Law, Galaxy, whatever. They might.
If it's upon anywhere nearby, it might be common law Imperium.
Yeah, that's a good point. It is in Yindafal, so. Common Law Imperium. I don't know if I generally don't give my things like common laws and stuff because I generally don't tend to bring them up. But 67.
I would have been like, wouldn't that be like lore astronomy or something like that to know about other planets? Because I imagine that these planets are pretty fucking far apart, considering you need like warp drives and stuff to travel between them.
Yeah, it's definitely in the same subsystem, but it's probably not nearby. Like near.
Anyway, well, planet blown up.
Yeah, he notes it down.
Blorg not have no homeworld no more.
Do you know the conditions that your homeworld is going? Okay,
I'm gonna
Leroy,
mute Leroy.
Can you...
Yeah,
I'm
either
gonna...
you... There.
I've muted Leroy because he seems to be dragging a dead body across the floor. A common misconception.
Shit, I left that body there?
I'm sorry, I just read the name of that talent, Dio. The Power of Friendship.
The Power of Friendship! I actually hadn't finished it though, so I'm going to delete that. I don't know to read it. I just accidentally posted the template I was using.
Blorg wants to ask the guy, by the way, since he's being questioned, he wants to ask the interrogator, other than the eyewitness that think he seen me and not Murder Servitor, what other evidence? Or
I
proof?
can't remember.
I assume proof. I assume proof would be a better word in this.
Yeah.
Case.
Did you get wounded in that battle? Don't think you did.
No, I did not.
Then no, he's.
I also did not kill any of the Arbiters with any weapon. So like nothing that I would carry with me.
Actually.
Well, okay. Well, hold on. All right. Let me rephrase this. The grenade, but I assume they can't track shrapnel grenade back to anything, considering it's just a standard, So I didn't shoot them with like my Ripper gun. I didn't kill any of them with the Ripper gun.
That is true. Did you fire your Ripper gun?
No, I didn't. I killed like 2 people in melee.
Ah, okay, fair enough. You didn't get wounded. You didn't fire your Ripper gun. The frag bomb, yes, if they had a similar sort of thing to compare it to, but good luck trying to get hold of one of those. No, so they don't actually have any other evidence. He's like, no, we're just following procedures.
Blorg just kind of nods, and he's just like, okay.
Unfortunately,
Blorg think you confuse me with Murder Servitor killing people.
That seems to be quite likely. Although until recently we weren't suspecting of Murder Servitors that were 8 foot tall and murdering people.
Blorg kind of nods at the comment.
Shockingly, that wasn't their first line of investigation. So no, it's like, very well, we'll release you. They do have a contact Killian.
Yeah, Blorg would ask that they contact Killian to come pick him up to make sure that it aligns with his story, that he doesn't know where the hell he's going otherwise. Killian, you're contacted to A, pick up your pet Ogrin, and B, confirm your address of residence.
Okay.
Out of character, I remember, Killian, we still have the address of that other place we were staying at and not the manor.
Yes. Yeah.
Which at the time we were actually staying there when all this happened anyway, so.
Which
no, you weren't. You were staying in the manor.
I thought we still were renting out that place.
Oh no, you still are renting out that place.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, well then we still have the address
you
of
bought
that
like
place.
6 months. Yeah, you bought like 6 months in advance of backup safe housing.
Oh, okay.
No, for that purpose, exactly, I give the safe house address, not the manor.
Okay, yeah, cool. Very well, we'll contact you there if needs be.
Of course.
So yeah.
Blorg asked for a donut before he leaves, by the way.
You get like half-eaten one.
Blorg will still take the half-eaten one.
Maybe candy? Maybe good.
They also give you like a child sticker. Hi.
Oh, dude! Like Blorg takes it, and sticks
star?
it. Blorg takes it and sticks it on his shirt, and he gets all like happy and stuff. And he's like, "Did Blorg do good?" He like starts acting kind of more like a child.
I just pat Blorg on the arm or wherever I can reach up to. Yes, you did good. And just as we head out.
You
As soon as
hear
I-
a very audible sigh from the Arbiter as
Yeah, I
Like-
turn around. Yeah, I know. I have that all the time.
yeah, yeah.
Out of character, was this like one of those like I can't believe I had to go through that kind of sighs?
Yes.
Yes, from the Arbiter. But no, it was just like I thought that was a very good opportunity to come back to something you guys had done.
Good thing you didn't shit on the floor.
Yeah, then you would actually just be in jail.
I honestly thought for sure that Borg was just going to stick that sticker on his forehead or something.
I might act like a child because I know what other like Ogrins are expected to do, but I'm not like retarded.
Yeah.
Do you guys?
I'm surprised.
Yeah, do you guys want to take a break and then we can come back? After
Yeah,
this?
sure.
No. Fine.
Tough, yeah.
Earl Grey, out of character, you're gonna have to look into like whether or not they're still investigating me in the future.
Yeah.
Since you have access to the records.
Yeah. I
Blorg is a saint.
Okay, cool, and we're back. So, what do the rest of you guys do when Spartan's sat in custody?
I go about my day. I didn't go to jail, so I'm happy.
We know how to get into Wellsman's Manor, right?
You know where it is.
We've been in there before.
Yes.
Well.
Someone escaped.
Oh yeah.
To the,
Yeah, you do actually know the layouts. What am I thinking? Yes, you do know that because you bugged it.
Yep. Someone also managed to escape through their motor pool, right?
Yeah, the back. It's not the motor pool. It's more of the guardhouse. So you know in Kara's Manor, they had that guardhouse with a garage.
Yeah.
That's not that garage. Isn't the motor pool? That's for like
so
that's
there might
like
be a
utility vehicles, service vehicles. There is
there's a separate larger garage.
Yes. That is
Okay.
in the front of the manor.
Oh, what do you think? It's not stealing if you're stealing from a thief, right? And this guy is obviously dodgy.
What are you planning at?
I suggest we sneak into the house, steal some nice car from that manor, and then run.
The last time we tried something stupid like, lockpicking a safe or something, alarms went off. There's no guarantee those cars aren't bugged to fucking hell.
Oh no,
That is probably a bad idea.
why don't we try and turn off the alarms first? The thing is, right?
That's if we can find them.
Oh yeah. Here's another thing to do now.
If only we had a Discord to turn off those alarms for us, right?
Yeah, you do actually know a few of the upgrades that have been done to the manor since you've left. Most of them are quite standard, just improving facilities and such. Although there was a new panic room installed in the basement with a lot of sort of unusual equipment, as well as some stasis tanks. And I've killed the party.
I'm just over here like, I don't know if we can break back in. They're gonna be on high security for like a week.
Yeah. What was the second thing? A panic room and a new
Some stasis tanks.
stasis tanks. Okay.
Yes. So a bit like your massive shiny stasis discount box, but nowhere near like that. Also, I don't know where Leroy's gone. Apparently he's died.
Could be his internet.
Why you died on me, Leroy? So yeah, what do the rest of you want to do?
I followed up all the leads that Zero knows about, so.
Yeah. I think the next thing we should do is investigate this hospital that was attacked by the servitor.
Okay. Yeah, you got the hostel, the library, and the mechanical spy.
I think we should go to the library first.
Okay.
Because the library has a witness, has messed up equipment that we might be able to pull some info from. Maybe. And
Yeah, sure.
I think we should go library, hospital, then Mechanic Aspire.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good.
There is one obvious flaw with this. The conjugators that were damaged were taken in as evidence.
Oh, were they?
Yes.
Shit.
Cool. Yeah, that makes sense.
Speaking of evidence, by the way, did I get my stuff back when I left?
Yes.
Okay.
Sounds like Killian's gonna have to make a trip to go pick some shit up.
Sorry, I dropped.
Hey.
I was saying. Sorry.
Yeah, you dropped the same time as Leroy jumped. It was quite funny.
What do you think was the levy swap? What do you think was the last thing you heard me say?
I honestly can't remember.
You didn't say anything when you dropped.
Oh, you were talking. I think you were talking about the multiple raid.
Yeah, I was. I was saying it could be. We could plan it a lot better than we did the go into the house and rebug it, or the bugs thing, which honestly wasn't very well done from any of us. And I feel like we could do better. And since we know that since we know the layout of the house, we know at least some of the security processes they use. And we now know to check stuff for alarms that obviously should be alarmed. We might be able to do a lot better.
I just also want to say, we know their normal stuff. We don't know what their high security shit just went wrong shit, alright? Like, we know what they're like on a normal day, but we just fucked up their normal days. So they could have, like, 5 more guys in, like, every area.
That is true.
It's true. Who expects to get raided twice in the same, like, 2 days by the same people, huh?
That still sounds like a stupid idea, sorry.
That's like someone putting an attack out on a fort, like in a war, and like, oh, they're not gonna attack again, and then they get attacked again. It's like, nah, you gotta let that shit cool off before you go smack a place again.
You're gonna repeatedly rob this place.
So my justification here is, firstly, we can probably do a pretty good job of it, and it has a decent chance of working. Secondly, it gets past one of our objectives, and thirdly, it could be really fun. Come on, guys, let's do it.
Deer really wants to do this.
I'm not doing that. I'm not touching that place for a little bit.
Yeah. I'm not in on it. If you want to try the tech priest with servants again, you're free to do that, but I'm not in it again.
Yeah, me and Leroy got shot at last time.
We don't need a distraction.
Yeah, the only 2 sneaky people here were also the same people that got shot at. Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, the Arbites probably have pretty good interceptor vehicles.
What? Oh my god,
So-
what is this?
No, you don't do that.
So, first you want us to go on a semi-suicide mission. Next you want us to go on an actual suicide mission. Got it. Have fun with that one, Hack Boy.
Okay, does anyone of the party have a non-suicidal... I know your name is Suicide Cell, but I didn't think you were actually suicidal.
Oh yeah, while we're at it, let's just also hack the Mechanicus, like the entirety of the Mechanicus. Let's shoot a few Arbites while we're at it. You know, let's take out a few governors. Fuck it, why not? James Bond that shit.
Hey, while we're doing a bunch of suicidal shit, you want me to summon a few dozen demons?
Make sure they're
Yes.
still Slaaneshi, at least I can go out having a good time.
Yes.
All core night.
Alright, anyways, on a serious note,
Everyone in the party dies other than Blorg and Killian, basically.
Yeah, because they're stuck in jail.
Yeah.
on a serious note, we should probably hit up either the library or the hospital.
Yeah.
The Mechanicus Spire probably has everything that happened, like, super documented. Because it's the Mechanicus. They have, like, everything documented.
As documented as it gets, we don't know what else was involved there. Because they already told us that the recordings were jammed, right?
Yeah, but they probably
weren't
have an
jammed. They were
extraction.
disabled.
Disabled.
Yeah.
Plus, we don't know if anybody that was there might have, like, a memory implant.
Yeah. But we do know that a large amount of servitor parts were stolen from there, which points to Strauss
Okay.
and his attempt to fabricate more
Yes.
servitors like him.
Yes. So, I appreciate the angles you're trying to go for, but those things are in evidence. So, any bodies are in the morgue, and things that are like obviously going to be evidence, such as the commutators, are in evidence of the officers. You do have full access to them because you are part of this case.
Yeah.
So, you are free to investigate those things, should you desire.
Yeah.
This happened in the Blood District, right?
Pardon?
This happened in the Blood District, right?
No, they've happened in 3 separate locations.
Has any of them happened in the Blood District?
Yes.
Yes, the hospital.
We should go talk to the Baron. He
You
probably
have
knows
no-
what's going
okay,
on in his own turf.
There is one issue with that. You have no idea who the Baron is.
He's probably
Yeah,
that
that's
Baron.
not-
He's probably that Baron we found that sounds super evil.
Yes, probably. But just going and investigating a random noble tends to get you shot by like
That said noble
Yeah.
slash his lackeys.
yes.
Exactly.
Hey, you want to go bug that place too and steal his cars?
Yes,
All right.
and also his mutants. We should steal them too.
When are you just going to accept that you're just actually a Black Crusade campaign and just like, okay, let's just throw the planet into the warp?
There's nothing chaosy here. I'm just a criminal.
You're not even playing the criminal character. You're playing the mechanicus. That's the hilarious part. The actual criminal is the one saying, "Yeah, we probably shouldn't do that."
You're one of those sissy cyber criminals.
No, you're
I'm
one of those
twisting
2-bits trying to become a 3-bit. I'll tell you right now, that's not how you do it. That's how you get killed.
So yeah, what are who are you guys actually going for?
Let's go
Okay.
check the fucking evidence. Let's stop
Yeah.
talking about the mechanicus trying to become a criminal.
Zero is trained in Medicare, right?
I have one tick in it, yes.
Yeah, so you're trained in it. You're probably better trained in it than the rest of us, at least.
A little bit.
Is it-
Why,
so yeah.
why do you need it?
I don't know who else is trained in Medicare or has any relevant skills to examining bodies in the morgue.
Yeah.
I have Medicaid.
Lord could take a look at the body.
I believe this is happening in the day when you're in jail.
Yeah,
Well, then never mind.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you got arrested.
and
So
I think taking Blog to the president again is just asking for trouble. Sorry.
oh, I thought you were going to stay there and actually like do the investigation, like look at the evidence, as opposed to
Okay,
going
yeah.
away and then
or,
coming back.
or
which-
that, yeah. Anyways, I'll take Zero and probably Sixes to the morgue of the precinct so we can examine those bodies.
Cool. Yeah. There is a single morticianer. She's reasonably generic. She is trained in the Mechanicus. She has a medical mechadendrite. Although she doesn't look very Mechanicus-y. It's very clear that she's sort of like, I'm with Mechanicus to get the implants and that's it. Sort of deal.
Fair enough.
Yeah, she's like, okay, cool. Which of the 3 cases do you want to start with first?
Let's go in reverse chronological order and start with the bodies from the hospital.
Okay. She goes over to some drawers and starts pulling out several just opening drawers and pulling out the bodies. A lot of the bodies are in at least 3 to 4 pieces.
Mm-hmm.
At least we don't have to cut them up.
Hmm?
At least we don't have to cut them up.
She does not remark at your comments. She's very cold and clinical. She's like, right, okay, this one, this one, this one, this one. Going about opening drawers, letting you... all these drawers have a small,
File?
it's not data slate, but it's sort of like a, holder to put file. Actually, no, it'd be a small data slate in front of it, which has the medical reports. You can lift it up and it's, like, have a look at it and just slot it back in. Basically, it's got a holder for a data slate with the copy of the
something we would
autopsy reports.
do.
Hmm?
That's definitely something we would do. Have a look over those medical reports.
Yep. All report very quick death at the hand of a very skilled chainsaw wielder. Most of the angles seem to be coming from above, as though the attacker was tall. They're all very clean and quick. Not like messy, and the user was quite strong as well, as they seem to have cut through bone relatively quickly.
Okay. Ask Mortimer if there were any body parts obviously missing from the bodies when they were found.
She
Just sawed through or smudged, but actually missing.
She thinks for a moment and is like, yeah, now you mention it, There was one body. She looks about, goes to, opens a drawer, and it's particularly chopped up.
Mhm.
Yeah, this one was like not missing parts, but we just were unable to find them. Yeah, it included the brain actually,
Oh.
and several organs. It was found out. This one was found near the entrance outside,
Mhm.
near a back entrance. She looks at the data set. It's like, interesting. It's a doctor, consultant
Okay.
doctor. Deals with just talking to people and making them happy.
Mhm.
You know, just trying to assess things.
Okay.
Odd.
Any records on him having any implants that deals with the brain? Something like an MIU, maybe a memorance implant?
Yeah, he's got a memorance implant, but it's still intact. Oh, not intact, but it's still there.
Okay. So only his physical organic brain was missing.
Yes, that's correct.
Strange
Which
they wouldn't
is-
take the implant.
I mean, there's some organs and such missing as well, but we cite that up to rats.
Yeah.
The body has a number of bite marks, as you can see here and here and here.
Okay.
She's just like nonchalantly just showing you like
Yeah.
you know like nibbled up internal organs and like stuff. It's like you know.
Okay. Hmm. And about the other cases, were there also missing brains?
She thinks for a moment. It's like, no. There was one in the Mechanicus depot.
Mm-hmm.
She opens a drawer, and it's a severed arm,
Mm-hmm.
but it's got 7 fingers. We chalked it up to some sort of local mutant that had been shot and killed nearby.
Mm-hmm.
Possible.
Yeah.
I mean, the 7 fingers indicate that, as well as the body was rather grimy, so we suspect it was just an underhiver that just got wandered too close to the Mechanicus depot. That particular depot is quite near the underhive.
Yeah, we were told that.
She nods, yes. This is the only other unusual incident. I chalked it up to nothing.
I would like to more closely examine the bodies.
Sure, give me a Medicaid test.
Any bonuses or negatives?
You can have +10.
Right. 28 of 51.
Yeah, she, you notice there's a few things. They are noted in her reports, but they're not, or you have to be kind of like looking for them. A few of the bodies have, sword marks, like, with a, you know, monoblade. But they seem to be coming from lower down attacks. Attacking the legs, or the angles tend to be lower down. As though it was Leroy attacking, as opposed to... yeah, no, like,
Yeah.
you know, someone that's
I didn't
attacking
expect
from
it.
a lower angle.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you're looking for in particular?
I'd like to check the integrity of like the memorance implant, maybe any other cybernetics that would be like there, like to see if they were messed with in any way, like if maybe they malfunctioned during the attack, anything like that.
No. There doesn't seem to be any that's malfunctions. One of the oh wow, 2D for that, but no, sorry. There is a lot of the if there's implants near the head and brain, such as cybernetic eyes and stuff, they seem to have someone who's definitely gone to attack them,
Right.
like purposely damage them. Aside from that, nothing of interest. The librarian, for example, from the raided library, has the scribe arm, but that's still perfectly intact.
So the memorance implants are all damaged.
Yes, there's only two individuals' remembrance implants. The tech acolyte and the doctor whose brain is missing.
Alright.
Both of them have taken a straight chainsaw blade to it, as though somebody had known where they were.
Right, so would there be no way of getting information off of them?
No, they are totally trashed.
Yeah.
It would, if you really wanted to, it'd be an extended tech use test at -60 per test,
Right.
requiring 10 degrees of success, each test taking about 4 hours.
But we
I wouldn't be able to do that
can
with that.
we can tell from it that someone knew exactly where he had to strike to destroy remembrance implants,
That is correct, yes.
which is also quite relevant, I think.
Mm-hmm. For example, Sixes can tell the Morticianer has an memory implants because of his Auspex. As well as a cybernetic eye. And she's also got an optical mechadendrite, but she keeps that folded away.
Was it like coiled around her like waist or something?
No, she just got it folded up on her back.
Oh, okay.
So, people... If you comment on it, she's like, people tend to not like having a third eye looking at them.
I haven't earned my first mechadendrite yet, so I wouldn't know.
I'm part of the Mechanicus, but I'm not... I have to deal with people. At least the ones I deal with don't talk as much. She gestures to, like, the rows of corpses.
If they did, this place would probably be burned down.
She gives you a very confusing look at that comment.
She can't see my face because I always keep my head tilted down just to be safe.
Yeah. Yeah, she gives you a confusing look, which the rest of you see, and obviously Zero doesn't, but yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else you wish to do here?
Could any way would it be able... God damn it, I could phrase sentences, I promise!
What are you trying to do?
Is there any way we could take these remembrance implants?
You could ask them for evidence.
Then we'll make sure to do that.
She's like, very well, I shall file necessary paperwork and you can recover them.
If they have any data that we can maybe get from it, from fixing it and all that, then could solve some problems.
Yep. Sure, you can take that. We'll sort out doing the extended test between sessions if you wish to pursue that avenue.
Yeah. I'm gonna have Sixes do it anyway because he's got better chances than me.
That's fair enough. That is if Sixes wants to do it. But yeah, you can recover the 2 memory implants. I don't think there's really much else you can gather from the bodies. Everyone give me an awareness test that's here. So that would be Sixes, Grey, and...
Can I use intelligence?
You may.
Can I use my Auspex?
No.
Oh, okay.
Hearing or sight? Because this is
Sight.
kind of important.
This is sight. The light is soft, so you don't really need to wear shades if you must.
Yeah. I was just wondering to see if I got that bonus for having giant bad ears.
No.
So
This isn't...
yeah,
Oh!
at least one fate point did actually have.
Yes, you sort of like looking around for him a few minutes and you go... You realise something very obvious. There are no servitors here.
Hmm?
There are no servitor bodies.
Okay. Yeah, that we were told that in the attack on the mechanical spires there were several servitors destroyed. They didn't find a way down here.
She goes, destroyed? No, I wasn't aware that any servitors were destroyed. From what I gathered, they were disabled. Or they just didn't operate. No, I am used to dealing with servitors, but on occasion, when they are attacked and damaged. But, no, there weren't any servitors attacked, as far as I was aware.
Okay. I mean, if it was an attack on the mechanical spires, there would have been plenty of servitors, server scouts, and everything around that would have recorded the attacker if they went.
She dances around. Oh, gosh! Attack dogs! A bunch of squeaky toys attack. They reveal Zero's disguise.
Oh, I'm sorry, my hidden squeak toy mechadendrites came out.
No,
They're jumpy. They try to protect me. I'm sorry.
oh, I just realised, Cade would have been able to roll as well. He's actually there, I assume. Just, like, lurking in the background.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, Cade, you've got, Prisense, or whatever it's called, right?
Primescience?
Yeah.
Prisense. Yes, give me a roll on that as well, please.
Primescience?
Prisense.
Any modifiers?
-10.
Okay. Should have kept my mouth shut.
Nope. Don't see anything.
Hey, Deadline.
Yeah?
Sorry, it's off topic. What do you think of Don't You Die on?
I'll have to read it between when I have a break or something.
You know what? Fuck it. I don't care. I have 4 fate points. I'm gonna use one.
But yeah, no, she's like, yeah, that is odd about the Silver Skull. Silver Skulls and Silver Skulls. I'm unaware.
There. Still.
So, I mean, Silver Skulls wouldn't count to me, but Silver Skulls definitely. At least to assess the fleshy bits.
Yeah. So we'll probably have to. Yeah. When we go to the if we go to the mechanical spire, we'll probably have to ask them about it. What happened to the servitors that were there on that day in the loading bay?
Yes. She says, well, if they're still active, they get put in no evidence. Only damaged or deactivated ones come down to me.
Okay.
And that's only if they have something that's happened to their mechanical, their
Of course.
fleshy
The
bits.
fleshy bits.
Yes. While I can look at cybernetics, it's not my area of expertise. So yeah, with that, she's open to any other questions if you have them. Otherwise, you're more than willing to have a look over evidence.
Yeah.
Yep. I don't think we can get anything else from here. Maybe a snack for Lord, but other than that, no.
You do not want a snack from here.
Yeah.
That was out of character, by the way.
Yeah, she will not be happy if you start stealing her bodies. Her bodies. Go make
Like a
her.
heart, maybe a liver.
Please do not eat evidence.
I want that baby back
So,
ribs.
yeah. What are you?
It's an Austin Powers reference.
So, yeah.
Sorry, squeak toy mechadendrite.
You go to the
Yeah.
evidence lockers. I see. Which case do you want to study first? They are separated into like little closets.
The mechanical spire actually is more interesting.
Okay. There are a number of servitors there. They are also on standby.
Are there memory banks damaged?
Give me a tech use test.
Okay.
Sixes can do this as well, should you wish.
Okie dokes. What bonuses might I get?
You can plug into them.
Okay. What kind of test is it?
Tech use.
No, but specifically.
You're trying to access their memory banks. So these servitors' memory banks.
Okay. So that.
Wow! Harrison, how do you do this? You need to teach me. This is amazing.
Sixes is the most incompetent tech priest I've ever seen.
Alright, my last few
Remember when I
rolls.
said-
My last few rolls, right? 99, 87, 64, 66, 61, 61, 90 something, 71,
Yeah.
76.
I was
It's just
constantly
been constant
rolling
fail.
80s and 90s as well, so
This is why Harrison has to cheese all his characters.
I have
her-
never seen Harrison succeed a roll. Literally never.
Zero,
Remember when I
you do
said
the smart
Lord was
thing.
a better tech priest than Harrison was?
So yeah, Zero, you plug your data slate in, you start accessing them. Sixes, you're like, this is odd.
Why am I doing menial tasks? This is not what I was asking for.
Six just gets distracted and starts doing something else before realizing, oh wait, I was meant to be doing this.
Yes.
Connected
No,
to the,
you're
wrong thing.
actually I can work off this from the other session. You realise your MIU interface is still a little damaged from when Blorg ripped out your skull. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Hey man, he was having a seizure in my defense. Come on.
So yeah, you plug in. You're like, oh wait, I can't actually access the information on here, and so you spend the time fiddling with it. Zero, you plug in. You glance through. I assume this is a blank data slate.
Yeah, I'm not gonna use mine just in case there's something put on there.
Mhm.
It's not yanking the data that is keeping me alive.
Yeah. Actually, let me have a look. That's like, because I want to roll stuff in secret. So.
See, this is why you don't use the data slates that are important, kids. I swear there's a fucking, like, disease on this damn thing that's gonna yank any data on this blank data slate. Good thing it's blank! Just saying. Just saying.
Oh my gosh, did you actually? No, you didn't. Never mind.
Swear to God, if this fucking data slate explodes in my hands and rips my hand off.
Definitely not. So yeah, you glance at the data slate, you start scrolling through the information, you realise that someone has very, very, very skilledly deleted its video banks for approximately when the attack happens.
Was there any, like, you know how you delete stuff on your computer and there's, like, a way to get it back? Is there a way that I could do that?
No.
No? It's been thoroughly cleaned of that stuff.
I doubt that
Yeah,
these data tablets have a Cronus True image installed on them.
No. Maybe. But no, what he's done is when he's deleted it, he's purposely put junk information there.
Range.
So like so when he's deleted the information, he's then gone about, copied some random log and just dumped it there over and over and over again to delete any information that's there.
Yeah, as if it was just the servitor doing everyday business.
Yeah, pretty much. So yeah.
I don't suppose I could try to crack through that, so I'll just unplug.
Okay.
And I'll check each, like, servitor to make sure they're all the same.
Yeah, they all seem to be the same, as well as the number of service calls that are around the area. Give me an awareness test.
Oh boy!
This is neither sight nor hearing based. This is more like
Oh.
code based. So
Okay. Then I couldn't have rolled it anyways.
I'm good at what I do, apparently.
Yeah, you notice the code is very well skilled, very skilledly written, and there's something about it that's not quite right. You can't put your finger on it.
I'll try to decipher it. Cause, like, I've done shit like this tons in, like, my past.
Yeah, give me a cipher roll. Trade.
Cryptography?
Yeah, trade cryptography.
Do I get any bonuses from being used to doing stuff like this?
Plus 10.
I'll take it.
You're pretty sure there's an embedded virus in here.
Upon seeing that, I just snicker like, can't get me, asshole.
No, can't.
I say that out loud as if, like, it's instinctual.
Yeah.
Hello?
So yeah.
Did you see anything that would help us? Is it? I imagine I was like looking over his shoulder while he was analyzing his data slate. Is that code like the shorthand we recovered from Weson's creation, or something similar like the trash code in the mind duplicator? So something stress, something that hints at stress work.
It does seem quite organic in nature as well, which indicates Strau's work.
Mhm.
Strau's code is very, very natural. It's very strange to describe because it's not
like-
like yeah.
Is it like where like normally you can tell a computer system because it's very like, oh, it's done this like hundreds of times, so it's just copy and paste code. Whereas
Yeah.
like a human brains would be like, this is different and this is different. It's like similar code, it's just different because it's a human brain.
Yeah, like it's tailor-made to the task.
Yeah.
It's not like copies and like nothing is copy and paste. Everything is customly written.
Right. And the virus, could I tell what type of virus it was so that I could relay that effectively?
No, you couldn't.
Right.
It's definitely there though.
Alright. So I just noticed it, so I don't know what type it is.
Yes.
So I'll once I notice Killian's looking over my shoulder, I'll lean a little bit so he gets a better view, and I'll show him like all this is just junk files. It's just been copy and pasted, so it looks like just a normal day for the servitor. But you can obviously see like here and here that these are in fact just been placed in for something else. And then I'll show him the virus, and I'm like, if little hack boy over there would have plugged in, he probably would have got this and that. I don't know what it could have done, but it could have done something very nasty.
Killian, can you give Killian and Raz? Can you both give me a awareness test as well, please?
Okay.
Is that for me as well?
Come on.
No, because you're kind of you two are kind of busy with the servitors. These guys are looking over the other evidence.
My
Wow.
God, Harrison is teaching me.
So yeah,
He's actually a virus. Sorry, dear.
I can't.
did I-
I can't make any rolls today either. So
Yeah,
No,
close though.
actually, wait. I was gonna give you Killian a +10 because he's actually used to looking at these. There are no
Okay.
gun shell cases.
what?
There are no gun shell cases. You note that several of your servitors have like solid projectile guns, but there are no casings for them.
Oh,
Um,
so none of the servitors did fire at the attacker.
Nope. They don't seem to have even registered there was an attacker, as far as you can tell. You check the cases, they seem mostly full. A few of them have fired, but not like extensively. There are some that are fully charged, as well as battery packs for like last weapons seem fully charged. So,
So
doesn't
either
seem to have attacked.
that was an inside job, so it was a Mechanicus member that pulled the stunt off.
Hmm?
Someone that should have been there. Or they just didn't register the attacker at all.
Hmm.
Which is a thing that apparently happens when first ones cronies are involved.
It could be that they're working with the Mechanicus. Some of the members could just be bribed or, I don't know, brainwashed. I don't know how that stuff works, but could just be an inside job to help him get what he needs.
I just love the way you two are discussing things. It's like you guys are discussing things. And
Yeah, what?
I just love the theories you're coming up with. It's great.
Mm.
I know what I want to do. It's just like hearing your theories and stuff. It's quite fun.
So that means we're totally wrong.
No. They're good, solid theories. I'm just I just like the theories you come up with sometimes.
So we could possibly be dealing with the worm inside of the Mechanicus helping, I'm assuming, whoever it could be. I think we all know who it could be.
Yeah.
But there's either a worm in the Mechanicus and we should be careful if we ever deal with them, or this could just be another person like me who's just really damn good at their job.
Entirely both are entirely good possible.
There's an out of character. Stop playing the harmonica or whatever you're doing.
What?
you're like randomly beeping.
He's making temporary sounds. He's being immersive.
That might be my input rather than the.
No, not again.
It should be fun.
Okay. I was gonna say I don't want another microphone of just broken junk. So yeah, yeah. Do you wish to look at the evidence of the other cases?
Yep.
Mhm.
On the way to the other cases, I'm gonna make sure that I like go up to Sixes and I show him the virus. Is like, don't plug into anything, ever, ever. And I make sure like I get it really close to his face. I'm like, ever.
6 is a non-response.
Um, I'm just glad I don't have that sort of problems.
Tech priest problems.
Yeah.
Hashtag tech priest problems. So yeah.
Hashtag tech support problems.
Yeah. Which one do you go into next? Hospital or the library?
I'll say the library.
Yeah.
Okay. You go in. There is actually a Vesper in there. An Opta Vesper. These are the investigators, for those of you who don't know. They do the sort of more, investigating, assessing things, etc., etc.
Mm.
Basically,
I
they're
think-
CSIs.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the best way to describe them. The other one from the briefing is in here. The one you didn't ask, wasn't doing the voice things. It's like, oh, hey, I was just going through the cogitators to see what was on them.
That is what we came to do.
Yeah. Exactly.
By all means, he gestures to like half of a table covered in like damaged stuff.
Mhm.
I'll walk over with Sixes because I'm assuming he's gonna follow because this is our area of expertise.
Yeah.
What exactly have you done to these things so far?
I've been seeing if I can pull the memories from any of them.
Any luck?
Any success on that?
Limited at best.
Limited how? Just
Limited in the sense that I'm not a tech priest and these things took a chainsword.
Zero.
Like-
I just pause and like I try to hold back like the normal like attitude that Zero would have. Like, of course you're fucking useless. So he just pauses for a moment, and just stays quiet.
I did, however, manage to get the entry log of one of them.
Oh.
One of them was entered a few moments for maybe, I don't know, 5 seconds before it was attacked and destroyed.
Can you reconstruct what files were tried to be assessed?
I would say I already tried that. And I would say the system is probably broke because apparently he accessed every single file on the thing. Almost simultaneously.
And he probably jacked into it.
Sorry, what was that?
He probably jacked into it. He used his brain's natural processing powers.
Yeah. He suggests that it was done using a MIU, so by a tech priest or someone of similar training and capabilities.
Yeah, I suppose so. Maybe cerebral implants or memory implants would have
Yeah,
been
something like
allowed him
that.
to access all files at the same time. Just copy and download them.
There's any number of possibilities.
Yeah, well, that actually makes some sense. As I said, you're free to see what's on the files if you want.
I'll begin to try.
Yeah, take his tests. Plus 10. Does 6s do things?
No.
Okay.
Gonna let his acolyte run the show.
Yes.
Yeah, you access the cogitators. They are pretty battered up. And you can only get bits and pieces of stuff, but it does appear to be the same story as the Vesper was saying.
Right. So does it look like it was the same thing as like the servitors? Like junk files have been placed in here and like a virus there kind of deal? Or is it just
no.
there's
No.
just not shit?
No, it's a case of what you can piece together is that whoever attacked this place attacked everything, was trying to get a copy of everything and then just destroyed the bank afterwards.
Oh.
Like, didn't, like, do what he did to the servitors, which is, implant fake files and
Big
stuff,
memories.
but he
Yeah.
just literally accessed the files and destroyed.
Is there any copy of the files that can be
Yeah.
found? Like,
They're just general files, like the history of the planets, the current economic status, etc., etc. Just like got like general day-to-day nonsense.
I'll still try to take what I
So-
can.
Someone wanted to know everything about what's the planet's name again?
Forge.
So someone wanted to know everything about Forge. Let's phrase it different. What sort of files are stored on there? Are this like municipal systems, like water system, sewers, electricity, all that stuff?
Yeah, it's a bit of everything. So like the entire history of the planets, news reports, census, bureaucratic nonsense, just things like that.
Why is the throne would someone steal that sort of stuff?
You
That
have no
is-
idea.
Is there
Give me
any
an investigation roll, actually.
Hmm?
Give me an investigation roll.
What would it be? Inquiry?
Oh, inquiry, sorry.
Interrogation? Based
Yes.
off? Intelligence?
Um,
Perception? Fellowship?
It doesn't really matter.
Okay.
I'll give it a try.
Yeah. I'd argue it's probably intelligence most likely, but I'm just feeling kind at the moment.
Yeah, I used intelligence.
Oh!
My man, good job.
Yeah,
For once.
Should I inquire as well?
Yeah.
that's fine. That's totally fine. So yeah, you start looking at the files and what could be on here and stuff. And one thing you realise might be on here.
Hmm?
These are the same. This is like the same sort of information. This would include the same sort of information you were originally after when you came onto the planet. Things about like Grassel Manor,
Ah, okay.
as well as other nobles.
Mm-hmm.
It also has, plans and histories of all the planet. Most of it, especially a lot of buildings are on there. As I said, census. So that means people.
Mm-hmm.
Vox feeds, so news reports, stuff like that.
Okay.
And just that. You think if someone was going to try and contact someone or work off information they had, this would be a place to go.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Okay, yeah. That actually makes sense because we know Wellsven is new here too, and
Yes.
is trying to establish a base and foothold here.
yes. You also know the information Sixes handed over was images. It contained no actual names or anything.
Mm-hmm.
There are photos in this bank. It's possible that if it was Strauss that attacked, that he was trying to find a similar matching image
Ah,
to try and locate where such individual place was, or who an individual was per se, such as your throne agent
yeah.
or Blorg.
Yeah. Yeah, that would and could fit.
Yes.
I'll start, keeping any information that Killian tells me, hey, we should keep that. That could be important, and that could be important.
Yeah, definitely.
There are no servitors here.
Hmm?
It appears there's one servitor here, but these servitors don't really have cameras like the other ones in a sense.
Yeah.
They're more go about putting files into things and recording information as opposed to seeing where they're going. So
They're probably on rails in the IT.
yeah, they are. So there's no information relevant to access. There's like one there because it's got some blood on it, and that's about it.
Okay.
For the hospital,
Mm.
there are a few servitors here.
Mhm.
There are medical. Aside from that, there is nothing of note really.
Mhm.
Still try to access their data logs if they have any.
Yeah, I'm not going to make you roll. They have the same access data logs as the others,
Mhm.
with the virus included.
Right. If I don't see anything interesting, then I'll look back at Killian and shrug.
So, at least by your code investigation, you would say the attack on the Mechanicus vial and the attack on the hospital were done by the same person or someone with access to the same files or
Yes.
materials.
Yes.
Mhm.
And since they're the same, they were done possibly by the same persons. So we're looking for someone possibly with the memory implant
Mhm.
or something similar to that.
Yeah.
So if it is the kid, whatever the fuck his name is, then
Strauss.
I'm in character. Zero doesn't.
Yeah.
care.
I do in character correct you on the name.
Okay. Yeah,
Fair enough.
Sure, whatever. If he is doing this, then he probably has some type of remembrance implant, an MIU, anything really.
We know he was training to become a tech priest. He was at least a tech acolyte. So that is not entirely out of space.
Am I out of interrogation during all this, by the way?
Yeah,
Or
your
am I-
interrogation.
Oh, I'm still in there. Damn it.
It
Yeah.
takes you like a good half a day to get out.
Well, I
of
was just
interrogation, and
curious
these
because Earl Grey seems to be contributing, and I was like, because
And
he kind of came back
can we
eventually.
also check in with the various Paxos about the voice recording, if they have found anything?
He says, well, there's certainly one or two individuals that keep coming up. One sounds like a butler of some description, or a manservant. Another one is a high-ranking noble. I don't recognize the voice. A few of them definitely have seem to be noble-born in sound. I have to check the archives against them. I doubt we have records of the archives.
Yeah.
I'll have to get back to you on this. I mean, there's, as I said, 100 hours of recording here, so I
Yeah,
have to.
of course.
I'll vox you if I find anything of interest.
Yeah.
So, and I believe that's
God.
everything you can do here.
Why did you? Oh God, sorry.
My fucking dog.
Okay, so not oh God.
Yeah. She
Is
jumped
there
up on my
anything
chest
else?
and blocked my face.
Oh, okay. That's fine. We didn't want to see it anyway.
Face is beautiful when you know it.
You're a giant bat that is orange. We don't want to see it.
Everybody loves bats.
So why are you wearing disguise?
Because people on this planet don't like to see bats.
Doggo. I've got a doggo. That is quite good. But yeah. Anything else you guys doing? Raz just decides to end it. Kill
Huh?
sixes.
I mean, I'm in interrogation. I can't exactly do
Yeah.
anything anyway.
This is the part where you get out of interrogation.
Oh, hooray!
Okay.
Going through all those servitors and stuff is about half a day, and like pestering the morticianer and etc.
I let Killian be the final decider on this. We should probably warn them about this virus. Because
Yeah.
if it gets into their systems, it could be a virus that steals their
Yeah.
information.
Definitely warn them about any problematic code you've found.
And then I'll do that before we leave.
Okay, the senior officer's like, okay, we'll get our tech priest to scrub the system, make sure nothing's managed to creep in already.
I even give them like a copy of the code that could be used, so that they have some idea.
Yeah, he seems a bit out of his depth. Obviously, he's more of a person's people as opposed to a tech priest. So he's like, I'll pass it on to the appropriate person.
Don't let them jack in either. It could possibly fry them. I don't know.
No, I don't know.
With
Yeah,
that,
something
I think.
With that, I leave quickly.
Yeah, okay.
I think a professional arbiter-related tech priest would know not to check into suspicious sectors.
I don't know. I thought the same of all Adeptus Mechanicus, but you know, we got one that doesn't willy-nilly.
Then we have
But then
sixes who
there's
jacks into
Harrison.
everything.
Yeah.
And likes to get viruses.
I don't like to get viruses. I
He's
just
got
accept
brain
it.
STDs out the ass.
I just accept it as a potential consequence of my actions.
Is anyone going to explain to Blorg, by the way, that there's like this virus that is possibly in the police system?
No.
I'm not gonna tell you because it's not pertinent for you to know.
Yeah.
You'll find out eventually if you read like any report that I make, but I'm not gonna tell you straight up.
How would it probably affect Blog? Anyways, you are not going to.
Well, I had
get
an
your-
idea, but if no one's going to tell me, then I can't contribute, so...
Apparently not. So.
I'm not gonna tell you because I don't think it's like reasonable to tell you that. It's like, I don't think he can do anything with it.
Yeah.
I know he's smart, but I don't think he's that smart.
Yeah, okay. So, you climb
Okay,
into the Chimera and trundle off, get back to the manor.
Six is a bit of a dick, so he's also not going to tell you.
Mhm.
I mean, it's like, it comes as being a tech thing.
Spartan, just out of curiosity, message me your idea. Because I am actually curious, but like the rest of the party don't actually tell you, so.
Okay.
I mean, I do make a report when we get back because you know I figure Eric's would have me do that.
Do you really
so.
expect Blorg to read through a fucking report? Like, he
Did I-
can read, but just because he can does not mean he's going to.
I mean,
doesn't
I
have pretty
also didn't
pictures, so-
expect Blorg to be that fucking smart out of nowhere. So I mean, today's a
Yeah.
day full of surprises.
Yeah, I am genuinely curious what your idea is, Spartan.
Yeah.
But yeah. Okay, apparently the party is a bunch of dicks. So yeah, you get back to the manor.
What? I'm working off assumptions here. I just
Yeah,
know
yeah,
he's
that's fine.
apparently a badass in a fight, and he's somewhat smart. I just don't think. I don't expect him to know anything about code.
standards, I'm fucking Einstein.
You're a philosopher. You're not quite Einstein. Not quite.
By Ogrean standards.
Well,
I mean, Ogrean standards is, oh look, brick.
By Ogren standards,
yeah,
no,
I get
they
it.
can't even talk. I can complete full sentences and like critically think somewhat.
By Ogren standards, they go to the cafeteria and they go, table crunch.
Yeah, by relatively speaking, in like game terms, I still kind of wish more NPCs were like fucking blown away at the fact that I can speak in full sentences and stuff like that. It doesn't ever seem to be
Most of
reflected.
them literally don't know what you are.
Yeah.
yeah, I don't
Most
think
of,
it's
like,
the fact
wow,
that they
he's
don't
big.
expect it. It's just they don't know what to expect.
Yeah.
So it's like
Yeah.
you could come out and just be like, have like tentacles, a tentacle as a tongue, and they'd be like, oh okay, sure. Like they don't know what to expect from you.
Yeah.
Be like a magician, man.
As the one arbiter already said, there are normally no ogrims on that planet.
Yeah, man.
So yeah, what do you guys want to do, or do you want to wrap the session up a bit early?
Is there any other leads we could follow right now? We could go check the actual places.
Yeah, you could totally check the places. I don't really think there's much to gain from. I think there might be something to gain from the high-end hospital.
That was the one I was mainly wanting to go after.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can arrive at the high-end hospital. They're willing to talk to you because Clean's an arbiter.
Yeah. This. I'm not quite sure what to look for actually, because the corpses have already been taken taken to the arbiter's morgue, but you said all the corpses were found near the back entrance, right?
Yes,
Or
the
one
area has
even
been.
outside.
Huh?
One even outside.
Yes, one was just outside. It was the doctor. He was smoking.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one that was missing body parts. The rest were inside near the near a back entrance.
Mm-hmm.
Basically a smoking entrance. It's not like it's well, it's less like a back entrance and more like a fire exit.
Mm-hmm.
So
nothing people normally go through.
yeah, the door. It's if you ask around easily enough, you'll know the door is left open on occasion, as sort of like to allow people who smoke to go out and smoke.
Mm-hmm.
This hospital doesn't have the sign that says no mutants, no mechanicus, no smoking.
Yeah. Because normally mutants and such wouldn't even get that far.
Yeah, mutants wouldn't get this far. Mechanicus tend to not go to normal hospitals, but it does have a no smoking sign.
Yeah, of course.
The area that was attacked is actually under police tape. It's like taped off.
Yeah, that is a good thing, and we should try to basically not disturb it too much, even though severe specs have been here already.
Yes, there is a single
I would suppose they
enforcer.
have been.
Yeah, there's just an enforcer or two just sort of like guarding it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's more of an enforcer's job to guard something, and like an arbiter. Arbiters are actually meant to be, competent, and
Yeah.
whereas enforcers are like, just, respond to a situation and just don't murder a noble. Whereas an arbiter's like
Gun 'em
meant to
down.
investigate. Yeah, and whereas an arbiter's meant to be like able to do an investigation independently of anyone. So yeah.
Hashtag underground.
So yeah, you go through.
First of all, let's have a look around the site. So, are there any, like, since we know that Strauss and the servitors and our copies are using the sewers to get around unseen, are there any sewer entrances right near it?
There is a sewer entrance near the back.
I suppose we can't tell if it has been recently disturbed, unless he dropped blood on the way there. Dripped blood on the way there.
No, this thing, whatever it is when it attacks, intends to not be dripping blood too much.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, there's only a small trail of blood at most. There is a small trail leading in that direction from the remains of what was the doctor.
Yeah.
You can tell where he was because there's some attempted white lines. They're not very good because obviously he was kind of in a lot of pieces. There is a dark red stain where he was, so at least you can kind of get that.
Yeah.
Does it look like the man cover has been like opened and like pulled off? Like, is there any scratch marks?
What was that?
Is there any like scratch marks from where the manhole was like moved up and like moved over?
Looking very closely, yes, there is. They're very faint though. So.
Okay. Yeah. So it either came out or went in there, or possibly even both.
Yep.
I get one of the, even though I'd hate to, I get one of the Arbites' attention and I like point to it. Have you checked this yet? Have you gone down there and looked for anything?
It's not an arbiter, it's an enforcer.
Well, my bad. Enforcer.
So basically the difference is, the arbiters are like more like stormtroopers or military police. They're actually meant to be able to do the investigation. The enforcers are literally there to just guard it.
Yeah.
From a comparison, the arbiters are judges, like from Judge Dredd, and enforcers are policemen.
Yes.
Yeah, I thought I heard him say that there was like an Arbite there or something.
No, I said there wouldn't be arbiters here.
Well, my bad.
Oh, there's one.
Where?
Yeah, but that's an enforcer.
No, you.
Yeah, well.
Hey, Killian, have you checked this yet? You're the Arbiter here.
Yeah.
Oh, you have? What's down there? joking. Messing with you.
I just got here myself, so
Oh, alright.
we can have a look down there, but I doubt we'll find much. But anyways, so it were only those 2 patients that were attacked and the dog.
No, that's not true.
No?
There are a few. The doctor was killed. A few nurses inside. If you go in through the back, obviously, assuming that you came in from the back.
Oh,
There are a
yeah,
few-
you're right. There were no patients killed.
No patients were
That was
directly killed.
okay.
A few patients were in intensive care around here,
Mm?
and they died because of.
Yeah,
Lack of
course,
attention.
because the nurses were
Yes.
missing.
But no patients themselves were attacked.
Yeah.
Raz, can you give
Was
me a
there any
Sinentius roll as well,
equipment
please?
damaged?
Hmm?
Was there any equipment damaged in the attack?
No, appears not.
Okay.
Sinentius, yes. Sorry, I know you're being very quiet, and I'm gonna try and rope you in when I can.
Mm.
Yay!
So
Man.
you go over to the as you're walking in, you get a very weird feeling. Wait, do you not have a minus? When you did that pronunciation test earlier, did you do it at minus 20 or minus 10?
Minus 10. You told me minus 10.
Oh, okay. It's just I for some reason thought you rolled a 20 against 25 last time.
You did?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I did.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Did you accidentally put a 20 in when you were meant to put a negative 10? Not that it matters, but
Oh, if it doesn't matter, then never mind.
yeah, it doesn't matter for last time. But I mean, even if it is a minus 20, he passes.
Last time it was. Oh, that's right. That's because last time I rolled on perception. I switched it to willpower because I realized.
Oh yeah, it should have been willpower. Oh well. Still, you wouldn't have passed it anyway. No, this time, as you're going past the doctor's scene, you get the sense that, like, it's not like a psychic reading, but it's like the trace of a psychic. A very, very faint trace.
Huh. That feels weird.
Yeah, it's just like a tingle, and you're like, odd.
Is he some sort of proto-psyker? Like someone that could become one and just hasn't?
It's possibly something like that, or possibly a psyker that's very, very weak and doesn't realise they're a psyker. So someone who's got like prescience or some other very minor psychic ability that doesn't really affect, if that makes sense.
That would explain the missing brain. So that also means whoever is doing that has some means of detecting what is a psyker and what not.
Can you all give me an awareness test as well, please?
Yes. Can I use
Any-
intelligence?
Any
You may
modifier?
use intelligence.
Can I use my auspex?
No.
Hearing or sight?
Sight.
Do
Oh
I
my
get
gosh.
any modifiers?
Yeah.
If everyone rolls like one off, I will literally just say you passed. 'Cause
Can I get a +1 because I said pretty please?
Yeah.
Yes!
Yay!
Killian and Dio can get a +1 because oh my gosh.
But you said if you fail by 1 degree, you pass. So I pass, right?
No.
I said a
Not
plus
by
one.
1 degree, a plus
Well,
1.
technically, I
By
succeed.
1 point.
Wait, no.
Damn it.
You can have 0 degrees of success, right?
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, so I pass
You
with
can't anymore.
I pass with 3 degrees.
There is actually something that catches your eye. Near the end of where the attacks are, there's a mark on the door. On the one of the patient doors.
Oh.
You push it open, you go into the room.
Mm-hmm.
There's no sign of an attack in here. Oh no wait, there is. There's the sign of attack. There is a nurse that's killed.
Okay.
What do you do?
Is there anything else like in here? Is there like a patient in here? Like what's in here?
No, not anymore. There was a patient.
Yeah.
For obvious reasons, the patient has been removed.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Like what's in here?
What do you mean, obvious reasons?
Let's
There are some
just-
wilting flowers in a bowl.
Yeah.
I eat them.
Let,
Delicious food.
let's ask the nearest available doctor or nurse who has been in there.
You ask. They say nobody. If there was a patient in there, the records would still be in the room.
Okay. Let's have a look.
It's been a few days, so who's actually like all those rooms have been crossed off because obviously no one can go in them because they're available on their records.
Yeah. Let's see if there are records, and if so, what they are saying.
There is records in there.
Mm.
There is a Alice Barris.
Again, please.
Actually, I just realised that's really, really stupid and I shouldn't pick that because that guy isn't actually a Muppet. We picked the awfulest name in the galaxy. I just realised when I was typing the names out, they were so similar, it was ridiculous. Jessica
Yeah.
Barris was in that room.
Oh.
That
And any relation I mean, we have a Baron Alec Barris.
Yes. I originally was going to give it. I originally was going to call her that, but I just realised that actually sounds stupid.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, you look on the records, you're like, huh, this is familiar. Look through, next of kin, Alec Barris.
Okay, yeah.
Father.
So it's a Baron's daughter.
Yes. This attack was in visiting hours, in the evening. Early evening. So near the end of visiting hours.
What was she in for?
She was in for just a minor surgery. She just had some gladstones or something. You know, it was nothing like life-threatening, but it was just like a minor keyhole surgery sort of thing.
Yeah. So
Insert
she
generic
was...
thing, which I can't be bothered.
Huh?
Insert generic, and
Yeah. No, that was not what I'm cooing about. So there was no attack on her.
nope.
Did anyone but the dead nurses see who was her last visitor?
Assuming that'd be in the records.
Yeah, that would be. You can call up the Vesper and just ask. And he's like, Baron Varric Barris was there, visiting his daughter, I believe, at the time.
And when was that in relation to the attacks? Was it shortly before, or shortly, or longer before?
I believe from their records, the Baron had smartly moved himself and his daughter into another room via wheelchair.
Okay.
And barricaded the door. Then when the thing left, they tried to evacuate deeper into the hostel.
Okay, that is indeed interesting.
I believe they barricaded themselves.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was going to say, I believe he said he barricaded himself in a janitor's closet or something, with a room without a window.
Are there
Ignore me duct
any
taping my chair up.
near there?
You look around, you cannot see any.
God, fucking.
Instead, you see a small dog barking at you.
I think Zero could use some of that duct tape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got any bags? I got a river nearby.
I only have duct tape, sorry.
I can
Yeah.
make a
It's not even duct
bag.
tape, it's flipping parcel tape. I know I have duct tape in the house, I just can't be bothered to go get it.
Anyways, are there any? So there's no cameras around that we can see.
No.
No close-ups around. We can see either.
There is a single camera outside, but investigating it results in the video feed as being carefully deleted. No, the feed has been disabled for the attack.
Okay.
I'll inquire about there being any like hidden cameras, because I know sometimes there'd be like a camera that's like hidden as do not invade privacy, or at least not to seem to invade privacy or whatever. So, like,
They inform you there are... there is one, but the feed for that has also been disabled.
okay. I am going to strangle you.
They said, unfortunately, it was attacked by small, fluffy...
Yeah. Okay.
No, they say that if you look at the code for it, I'm not going to make you roll a tech use test because you're kind of familiar with this code now. It is similar to the code. It is the organic code you are getting very familiar with and believed to be part of Strauss.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take a copy of it again just so that I can like further investigate it later.
Okay, that's cool.
Other than that, I can't. There's nothing I can do for that.
Yeah. I don't think there's really anything else I can quite do.
Just so I get it right, the Baron visited, barricaded himself off, then the attack happened, of which no records exist, and after the attack the Baron left, basically wheeled his daughter back into her room and left as if nothing happened.
No. The attack
Okay.
started, the Baron wheeled his daughter into a closet, barricaded it. Then when the attack stopped, he wheeled his daughter out of the area. Like,
Okay,
deeper into the hospital. And if you look, you can see... actually, no, give me a survival test. This is tracking based.
Okay.
Guess who has survival?
Any bony on that?
Plus 10.
Can I use agility?
What is the... isn't it perception normally?
Yeah, it's normally perception. I'm just trying to use my best stat here.
No, it's going to be perception.
What I missed, I had a phone call.
You missed the planet blowing up. You and I
The
died.
what?
I blew up the planet, sorry.
Oh, okay. Rocks fall, everybody dies.
Yeah. No,
Can I get a compensation hot dog, please?
unfortunately the hot dogs were also blown up when the rocks fell.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I could give you my hot dog, but I'm dead.
He can give
Hey.
you a fluffy dog instead.
I can do that. You want one? I got two.
A fluffy
Sentient
dog?
squeak toy. Sentient squeak toy, basically.
Does it come with a stick so I can spit roast it?
I'm sure you got a stick somewhere. It's your problem.
Zero, yes. You see, because you kind of got your, like, you still got the Adapters robes on, so you kind of like looking at the floor constantly. You see, in like just outside the barracks, Jessica's room, there is a nurse was attacked, and there's a small pool of blood. You see, a mark in it, like a wheel. Perhaps the wheel of a wheelchair.
I love how you had to like follow that on. Perhaps the wheel of a wheelchair.
Yeah. I mean,
But sorry, I just couldn't help myself.
we know the Baron was wheeling her out in a wheelchair.
Mm-hmm.
Can we follow that track?
You may.
Oh yeah, I'm following it if I can. Like the moment I see it, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna start following this.
Yep, you follow it out into the main area. It goes down a hallway. It goes into an elevator. Actually, no, it doesn't go into an elevator. It basically goes out to the front of the building.
Is that where it stops?
Yes. At that point, it stops.
Yeah.
So it went out front.
Yeah, you can. If you actually follow it, it kind of goes out front to probably where a car parked, or a vehicle of some description. And then after that, if you look around the lobby, you actually do find the wheelchair in question. It's still got some blood marks on it,
Okay.
like on one of the wheels. It's like stained on there.
Mm.
So,
So, during the attack, the Baron and his daughter were in their room and not in any close-ups.
no, it's not from what you're seeing.
Mm.
There's no closet in the bedroom, in the not
Yeah.
bedroom. What am I saying?
In the
Patient
hallway.
room. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not in the hallway, not in the room.
Mm.
So
Should I'm assuming he took her home.
you're not in holding.
Mm.
What?
Spartan message. Is he in holding? No, you're not in holding. You haven't been in holding for like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
I messaged him back and told him.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Okay, so
Should probably go see the Baron. Because,
you probably should.
obviously
but I
he
feel-
took her home unless someone jumped him outside and yanked him into a car. I don't know.
I feel like the Baron is going to be quite a big thing,
yeah,
and I've got less than an hour now, so
yeah. That we'll do next session.
yeah, that's something for next session. You actually need to go find his address first.
Yeah.
I'll see if I can't put feelers out on that.
Yeah, no, it's not hard to find the Baron. To find the barracks home address, that's not too hard.
Mm.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a Baron.
Yeah.
Yeah. You'd
Here's-
think a lot of
here's-
people would know where he lives.
Yeah, no, finding his address isn't hard. Finding the Blood Baron's address is harder because you actually have confirmation it's the same
Yeah.
person.
But we should at least ask the Baron what he knows about that attack on the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Yeah,
he's
that's
been
probably a
there,
good thing.
for their own sake.
Yes. So yeah, is there anything small you guys want to do?
I should have thought of this sooner. Is there a way I could check how the files were like modified? Like, is there any like input data? Like, oh, it was accessed this way
On the servitors?
on any of them. It doesn't matter which one because they all have like the same files on them.
On the servitors, yeah. It appears that the individual found the files, deleted them, purposely replaced them with junk files or other files on the system.
No, I mean like did someone jack into it? Was it
Yes.
remotely accessed?
Um,
I
It
should have asked
appears-
this sooner.
yeah. It appears that when possible it was remotely accessed, but if not possible, jacked in.
Okay. So that could be important later.
So like the medical ones in the hospital are all remotely accessed,
Yeah.
but the ones at the Mechanicus depot are all jacked in.
Yeah, sorry, I should have asked that sooner, but
No.
it didn't pop
Yeah.
in my mind until we got to the hospital.
No, it's good that
Yeah,
you
no, that's good.
asked that. Oh,
Yeah, yeah. Anything else anyone wants to do? I know Raz wants to summon a bunch of demons and murder everyone with them.
Uh, tons of drugs.
Yeah.
That's a thing.
Basically, on the way back, I'll just ask Zero. By the way, you know your way around the not so savvy parts of town, right?
Of course, if I didn't, I'd probably have been mugged and killed at some point. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know all the layouts of the city.
Just so you happen to know someone called the Toxics?
I might have heard of them. Yeah, why?
Oh, just you know, Lady Kara recommended to let's say make a bit of contact with them for some of the less technical and more chemistry related things we might need.
Yeah, I heard they're a bunch of drug dealers. I mean, it wouldn't be too hard for them to do that kind of thing. I mean, look at their damn name. Gangs usually call themselves something to either be spooky as fuck or to tell what they do. I mean, if they're called the Toxics, they probably deal with some toxic shit. I'll just give like a shrug, like, what do you want from me here?
Okay, give me Zero, give me a deceive test, and Killerian, give me a scrutiny. Because at this point you are lying.
5 degrees of success.
Okay,
Can I
deceive
use
zero.
intelligence?
You may.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
no, he's
literally
blatantly
grab
lying.
you by the ear. Do you had any dealings with them, and could you get stuff from them if the need arises?
Ah, can you let go of my goddamn ear? That's one of the good things I got. Jesus. Fucking ass. Yeah, I know my way around the damn streets. You need me to talk to someone? Fucking, I can do that.
See, that's just what I wanted to know.
Oh, you asked me if I knew about him. You didn't ask me to do anything. You just asked if I knew him. I did.
I like how like Cade, Sixes, and Sparta, Blorg are just sat there like, what the hell are these two doing?
If you read what I
Sixes and Spartan were there when Kara recommended it. Russ wasn't there. He couldn't know.
Oh, yeah. Kara is literally like, what the hell are these two doing?
Stupid fucking asshole.
We are meant to work together. If you're trying to put a crap on me, I told you I will. I told you I will be okay with what you're doing as long as we're working together. I also told you if you're stepping out of line, I have to pull an ear. So that's just what I did.
Yeah, next time I'll tell you about the fucking dragon I saw down in the sewers. Yeah, whatever. Fucking dick. You told me you would be fine if I did some shady shit, that's all I know. Dick. Fucking goddamn. I'm just sitting there like rubbing my ear like, fucking didn't have to yank it that out. Sensitive. Damn. Remind me to yank your fucking eyelids or something. Fucking humans.
Filthy mutant.
Yeah, terrible fucking tech priest that doesn't do his damn job. Next time I'll let you get a virus, dickhead. Damn. I'm still just sitting there like rubbing the ear because I'm imagining like Killian just like inked it really hard.
He just like grabbed it.
Yeah.
So
Big ears.
basically, like if you
It's like when your mother like grabs your ear, like
just sort of like that.
still hurts. My mom's done it once. I was like, damn, just don't touch the ear. God, spank me if you want, just don't do the ear thing. Ears hurt, man.
So yeah. I think if no one else has anything
No, just
pressing they want to do.
Nobody else want to abuse Zero? Apparently it's Abuse Zero Day.
Yeah, Alex will.
I will electroshock Zero.
I will summon a demon inside Zero.
Alright, I'm just gonna pull out a little data pad. Remember to infest Sixes with tons of diseases. Jam all of Killian's guns.
I do 18
Remember
damage
two
and
other
3 to Zero's ear. Specifically.
Yeah, that pretty much knocks my ear off.
That might actually kill him.
I don't think it's gonna kill him.
It could, but I didn't actually hit him because I didn't roll to hit.
Okay.
Yeah.
18,
No, that would kill.
10, 3. How did you do that?
I have both of the Luminant melee.
Luminous Search, or what was it?
It's the Luminant melee one. I don't remember what it's called.
I think Search is the improved melee one, yeah.
Yeah, it's Search.
No, you didn't kill me, but you got me like 1 point away from death.
Oh yeah, I've also got Enhanced Potential.
Okay, yeah. That makes sense then.
Yeah, because Grey also plays an electro priest, so.
I mean, Dio knows.
What did he get you to, out of curiosity?
Got me to -8.
That's dead.
The target's head is destroyed in a conflict, fiery of death. Fiery death.
Alright.
He does not survive.
I'm pretty sure -8 is dead in literally every chart.
I don't think it is.
No.
I think
At
-9
least
is the rest.
every headshot.
Yeah.
-9 is definitely dead. And
Arix took a -8 energy to the body and survived.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's roll or die, isn't it?
No, it's not actually.
Isn't it? Oh, okay.
What -8 to the body reduces strength, toughness, and agility by half
Rounded up.
until
and
medical
so-
treatment, and fellowship by 1 dice 5 permanently.
And I'm stunned for 2d10 rounds. Luckily, I wasn't
Yeah.
on fire.
I think the only thing that really kills you at -8, like anywhere else, is like explosives.
Explosive kills me at like negative like 2.
Explosive kills you at -6, I think.
Yeah.
Explosives are scary.
Explosives
So you-
to the body. No.
If you would have hit me with
explosives to-
that, I would have burned a fate point, and I totally would have loaded you up with like every type of virus
yeah.
I can think of.
Actually,
-6 to the face is
explosives to the body does not kill you. Does not necessarily kill you.
Yeah, but it has a chance to kill you.
If it's to the face, yes, you do.
Yeah.
Target's head explodes under the force of the attack, leaving his headless corpse splurting blood from the neck. For the next few minutes, needless to say,
No,
it's instant.
I said to the body because to the body it kills you at a -8, even explosives. I mean, everything else causes blood loss, so that might be fatal, but it's not instantly insta kill.
So,
Let's unbreak my spell. What have you done? Oh, you.
voting and experience time? Question mark.
Yeah, sure. Let's go with that. I don't think there's anything else left for anyone.
Yeah.
Like, did you read what I sent you?
Yes, that is very interesting.
Yeah. I might want to talk to you about pursuing that even without that knowledge, based on some other factors.
Okay,
Okay.
that's fair enough.
I mean,
Then-
you could just say you read my thing while I was typing it up. Like you sat in the room and
That's not really in character. Like,
I'm just trying to think of ways.
It's also
No,
not,
no,
it's also not realistic for Blorg to just want to sit down and read out a log of everything that you've done for like 8 hours when I was incarcerated versus me just saying what happened. You're like, oh, nothing much.
Yeah, I mean, we would tell him that we were investigating the stuff the arbiters had on the attacks.
Not much blog. By the way, we hate you.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
I don't hate Blorg. I actually think Blorg's pretty cool. Zero thinks Blorg's pretty cool because he's done some pretty rad shit.
still won't let him pet you.
I've also saved three PCs so far.
I don't know.
One of them like 4 times, who is now just like decided to go AWOL and kill their character.
Yeah. So yeah,
I don't know that.
what do you guys think you've done to earn experience?
Roleplay.
I avoided failing the interrogation.
We got all the knowledge. Nothing escaped our sight.
Yeah, we
succeeded
can't
on every
find
test.
No, we failed every test.
Okay,
but
seriously.
that's besides. Yeah.
We analyzed all the data we got from Raswell. Douchebag McFucktard.
Wellsville.
Well,
Sure, whatever. Fuckface McRetard.
Sure.
We might have a lead through the voice systems because Blord recommended we have it compared to Gray's inside job at the police station, so we might get a lead through that.
God damn it! Someone came on Steam. Now I can't see the chat box.
Yep, that's.
So,
Like some random person who I've never talked to in ages is irritating me now. Anyway, right, carry on.
Do I have to repeat what I said, or
No.
Yes.
I lead to the voices.
we followed up on all the evidence that we were allowed to see by the Arbites. We accessed logs and found potential virus and that they were jacked into or remotely messed with, possibly by Strolls.
Yep.
And we found out that Baron took his daughter home, possibly, and that there are some stories that are not matching up.
Yeah. We found a witness of the attacks that has not yet been found by the arbiters.
What do you mean?
We
Oh,
fo- we fo-
yeah,
huh?
the Baron.
The Baron.
Yeah. the Varus. Yeah. I'm just gonna roll that into one. Anything else? RP, analyze, lead through data, follow up on evidence, links Varus.
No one got arrested, even though they probably should have been.
Oh no, that was just you know, like, I like to have my campaigns be set in such a way that consequences for actions do come round eventually, sooner or later in some form.
Was
As
the
great
GM
news.
being an asshole, I guess?
That was a lot of qualifiers right there, Deadlight.
What?
I can't wait to see what happens when Harrison's failed like 4 hackings catch up with him.
Oh yeah, no, it's gonna.
Harrison's just gonna be like removed from play. I killed
I'm surprised.
I killed a Arbiter, and apparently now I'm under investigation. He failed like 4 hacks, and like
You killed
revealed-
an Arbiter.
I want to point out I am surprised that Harrison does not have the Fated for Betrayal Elite Advance.
Do you know that he doesn't have?
I'm making
you're
a
not allowed
good
to- this is
goddamn
the thing.
assumption.
What is this Elite Advance?
If you want to have a look, we can talk about it later.
Sure.
How about no? how about no? Like, it was just a damn good assumption.
So the votes.
I will.
vote. Oh.
I'm going for 0 since he did some decent stuff.
Oh, we did like we were 3,700. Now we're 4,000.
Oh, we have 4,000. Okay, cool. My pin is out of date then.
Sorry, did someone say something? To me, specifically?
No.
You're not that important, Harrison. Shut up.
Okay.
So I got 1 vote for 0.
You're voting.
Yeah, I'll vote.
I vote for Grey. Or Killian, or whatever it is.
Gray. Who are you voting for?
I will also vote for 0.
Raz, whatever your place is.
Yeah, 0.
Congratulations, 0. You won.
0. Who are you voting for?
Killian.
Man, see, I felt like Killian should have got the vote from.
Deadlight uses his rarely exercised vote to make it a tie and gives them both the experience.
Yes, I will. Because I personally liked Killian's thing today. Like,
Yeah, Killian did a lot. Like, don't get me wrong. He did a lot, but I think the reason why I'm getting the votes is because I passed quite a few tests that got us quite a bit that also saved Sixes from getting another goddamn virus.
Hey, I might have reverse hacked him. You don't know, man.
You can't reverse hack!
I have like an 80% chance to resist. It's just I rolled really badly every single time on that hack. The last time I was hacked.
We need to
can't
have like
resist
2
a
votes.
virus that's inside of you.
We need to have 2 votes, like for like doing a lot stat-wise in game, and then like the other one for like decent RPing in game.
I don't feel like. I feel like
this one is for decent RPing though, isn't it?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, this is
I
it.
voted for 0 based on like he succeeded the most votes and kind of like passed the most tests. If I was gonna vote for role playing, I would personally vote for myself because I thought I did.
You can't vote for you.
I know I can't vote,
Too bad.
but I mean like come on, if we're gonna get out of the interrogation, come on.
The egotism.
this vote isn't meant to be more statty. It's meant to be more roleplay.
Oh.
That
Really?
should
Okay.
be the incentive you give for this, as
Killian,
opposed to.
Killian, I'm voting Killian.
You're changing your vote.
Yes.
Dun dun dun.
How about we all just get 50 XP for once because we're all equally awesome. We all.
I like how
agree.
I like how
Everybody
people
did
sniggered at that.
roleplay well.
Yeah, that's
Everybody
true.
did roleplay well this time. Like, I don't think anybody fell behind on the roleplay this time.
Fine, you
Yeah.
can all have 50 XP.
Except
bullying me
Harrison, because Harrison didn't do shit that entire time. I mean,
Uh-huh.
what?
I honestly didn't do that much. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't do that much.
No, you didn't.
But
Everybody but
Uh,
Harrison?
I already got like like 2 sessions ago. I got 2 sessions in a row where I got 50, so I'm still like 100.
Okay, yeah.
4,000.
Let me... Okay.
Eh.
This 300 XP needs to go to me upping my fucking characteristics,
There you go.
apparently.
I use my vote to anti-vote Dio.
Wait, what?
Yeah, fuck you, Harrison.
Who was I voting for?
I don't know, but tough.
Oh, is this an everyone votes themselves and then you anti-vote me?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, you tend to get the vote more often than others, so.
Interesting Ask Credit question. What would happen if everyone in the United States voted for themselves as president? If every single person.
Then you might actually get a country that runs correctly.
Then clearly democracy isn't working properly.
The answer is, after a year, then the vice president would become the president. So, but you would cry, right? Every single person to vote for themselves, and then every single person in the Electoral College to vote for themselves, and then every single person in the House of Representatives to vote for themselves.
And if someone votes for someone else, it completely screw it up, and everything would be thrown out of whack.
The funny thing is that in this situation, the House of Representatives is only allowed to vote for those who finish in the top 3 of the Electoral College results. But presumably, since they themselves each individually tied for first place in the Electoral College results, they could each validly be considered in the top 3 and thus be eligible for a vote at this stage.
This is how we break democracy.
Hashtag we need...
Is superior to.
Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that session.
Very much.
Everybody really shined that time.
Yeah, I know it was something a bit different, and it was a bit more slower pace, and like... But I think you guys needed it to actually get, back into the fact you're meant to be investigating someone.
Yeah.
This is true.
Not like
glad I
a
got
bunch
to,
of underhypers.
I'm just finally glad I got to RP outside of trying to kill someone.
Yeah, no, I'm glad you really...
Orgaswald Manor.
Yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Don't worry, there are some other feedbacks for things and such.
Everybody got to play their character I was stuck in an Arbite area shit, I might get arrested at any point, so I was just keep staring at the floor and hope.
Hey, Deadlight, quickly, have you got something important to do right now? We have to go for a while.
No, I'm not busy for...
You want to quickly play some Fractured Space before our next game?
Yeah, sure, let me just end the stream.
Yeah.
Thank you all for watching.
Me too,
I
me
hope
too.
you enjoyed, and as Dio
Yeah, thanks everyone.
Yay, bye.
See